All right, guys, real quick, I want to go over our sponsors. First up, Healthy Made Easy by Mitchell Thompson. Phenomenal book, making nutrition and a healthier lifestyle, very simplified. Go check it out at Barnes & Noble, Amazon. Also, he has a gym that's open, Combat Cardio KC. They go hand in hand. If you're trying to meet fitness goals, trying to have fun workouts, that's the place to be. They'll get you right over there. Next up, Yup Strength. Love the smelling salts. Love the pre-workout. Best tasting pre-workout I've ever had. The smelling salts are a hit with everybody. Really does wonders for you during the middle of a hard set. Love what he's doing over there, John. Doing a great job. Our last one, Jit Head Athletics. Jeremy, he's doing a great job with that company. Rash guards are fun, good material. They're doing cool stuff over there. All the TBAP merch is over there. If you guys want to help support the show, I greatly appreciate it. We got rash guards, t-shirts, head on over there. It really helps get the name out. So yeah, thanks again to all our sponsors. Thank you to everyone who watches and listens to the show. Please, if you could, like, share, subscribe. It really helps out. And yeah, we'll get back to the show. Come up with some crazy off the wall type, like that fucking CEO shooter. Me and Tyler were talking about him.
Yeah.
Dude. But dude, he kind of like, you know, sometimes when you're conversating somebody and then you look back and you're like, dude, I should have said this, and this. But really, I understand what he was saying. Like, it was cut and dry. It was probably just a dude that was off the walls.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man, because we've heard of so many like plants from CIA and all these like what were they called, like psyops type deals.
I forgot what they're called. They're specific.
Yeah, and like they would like literally manipulate people into doing things,
dude.
You know, and by dosing them with all this LSD.
Yeah.
They're probably
MK
not using that anymore. Yeah, that's probably from back in the day. Who knows what they have now? But it's like, am I really that conspiratorial to, you know, say like there's probably some fuckery behind that story?
I don't know. I think anything in the news, there could possibly be some fuckery going on.
I think so.
They've staged events for shots and news articles for sure.
Yeah.
You know?
And then again, it's like, I know I kind of felt bad. Like, well, I didn't really feel bad, but it was kind of probably wrong what I said, like not really caring. It's like, okay, well, you know, I wouldn't feel bad for a drug dealer who got murked. That's part of the game.
Right.
Like, then to come to find out after I shot that episode, I seen that he had like a fucking 30% decline rate on like something where, you know, like if your insurance decides whether or not you need this specific operation or whatever it is, prescription, like he had like a 30% decline rate, bro. Like,
so he was saying no too much.
Yeah, he was saying no a little too much, bro. You got fucking murked out of the whole thing. You know?
Bro.
But nah, that's wild, man. But hey, dude, I appreciate you sitting down with me. I've been loving your stuff. I mean, shit, dude, for a while now, since you started No Solutions. When was that? 2021?
End of 2020.
End of 2020? Yep. Yeah, because, you know, we've talked about this before, me and you, where I had Purple Pill at the time, came across your stuff. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, man, I loved it, dude. I think you guys did a great job. You're pretty much probably, I would say, one of the first out there really in the area.
And that's the cool thing is that around that time, me and my sister and Mark, we were literally looking for other podcasts in the city.
Really?
And there wasn't too many at all.
Yeah.
We did see Purple Pill, though.
So, okay. I appreciate that. Yeah. And, but it was fun, man. You know, we did it for a while. You know, band kind of fell apart. Hopefully one day we can kind of reunite. That'd be kind of nice and, continue on what we were doing. I keep begging you to bring back No Solutions one of these days.
One day.
Just keep the idea.
Yeah.
Just keep the idea. You know, I'm sure you got them locked away in the vault somewhere.
They are still there, but they are private.
Yeah.
No, but it's just because I don't know. There's so much shit that comes back on people for what they say. And, and at that time, I was a lot younger. I was, you know, a little crazy minded. I was very opinionated, and I probably said some shit that now, like today, could get me in a little trouble. You know.
But don't you think though that I know we're all responsible for what we say to an extent. Me and you hold no public positions of power, in any type of like government position. So I don't think we should be held to too much scrutiny.
Yeah.
It's all opinions, ideas. I think that if you admit later on, like if somebody were to bring it up, something about what I've said in the past, which I'm sure I've said some off the wall shit, and ask me, hey, do you still think that? If I did, I'd tell you, yeah, I still believe that. If I don't, I'll say, no, I don't. I've done some research over time. I decided to change my mind on things, and this is how I see it now. I don't see anything wrong with that.
So for me, it's not so much that it was something wrong that I said, because I would more than likely stand behind every single thing I said. But to me, I was young, and it's a presentation thing. So not people. I had an old head tell me one time that it's not about like what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
And depending on how you say it could determine whether someone's going to be outraged or someone's going to understand.
Right.
You know what I mean? So me thinking about that, I was younger, not as educated, not as mature. So like now, today, like on this podcast, I can voice my opinions and kind of dance my way through it real gracefully.
Right.
Not pissing too many people off,
How old are you?
26.
Yeah, so you're still pretty young, dude.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was 26, which wasn't like a huge long time ago, but I'll be 33 next month. But I mean, I feel like you just grow every like 5 to 7 years.
For sure.
Like, I'm sure when I hit like 38, I'll be like, I probably don't think like all that stuff is. I mean, you learn over time. Like that's how people become wise. Yeah. But I still don't think that we should shut up and like not be able to say what's on our mind, and let the public decide how they feel on it. Because I mean, somebody will call you out. That's the beauty about the internet.
I say what you feel, just wrap a pretty bow on it.
Yeah. No, I get that. And plus, you're going down. You're trying to get No Solutions Productions off, and in a more professional, route.
Yeah, I'm trying to go the corporate route.
Yeah, and I get that. Just the only thing I have admired about you, and I hope you don't lose yourself. Like don't sell yourself, which it seems like you've been doing a good job, because a lot of the stuff that you do, a lot of people probably wouldn't have touched. Which I admire a lot, and I think keep that going, man. I'm tired of the basic news outlet, not to bash like these KCTV, Fox 4 type news. They're cool, they got their own lane, but I mean, I don't feel like too many people are watching those, man. Like I do from time to time. I'll read an article or look at a story, but like podcasts are the way. You could literally hear some current news coming on, whether or not it's completely factual, that should be up to you. That's where those other news outlets, and who knows if they're even as factual as we think. Go look at theirs, compare, start trying to read between the lines, come up with your own conclusion on it. But yeah, I just think, this is starting to become the new way of everything, media wise, like news and just news, comedy, business, everything is getting wrapped up into one.
When do you think that the stigma is going to change behind it? Because like, if you think about it, whenever you say like I say a fact, because if it comes from a professional, it more than likely is a fact. Obviously double check stuff. But like say you're telling someone a story from something Joe Rogan said, or someone on Joe Rogan, right? It's not credible to them. But if you told them what you heard on the news, it's credible.
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's so weird and twisted, but to me, this is like the most human form of media, because it's like literal just conversations about whatever the fuck topic it is, but
because we don't have a journalist degree.
Exactly. It's ridiculous.
And we don't talk like, and it's a threat to our democracy.
Or if you say you saw something on TikTok.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, here we go.
And I don't believe everything on TikTok or YouTube or even podcasts themselves. Like, how many times I've heard Joe Rogan apologize for like, oh, I fucked up on that. My bad. And if you're just listening to a guy and then taking his word as gospel, that's lies on the individual. Because you could say, are we going to take away our are we going to discredit like movies or other forms of media that may be pushing certain PC types, or like information or whatever it could be. Like, we know it's a movie.
Yeah.
We're not stupid, and
subliminally, I think it still fucks you up a little bit.
A little. I agree. Yeah, I agree on that. Like those little subliminal messages that they play in there, or like the shit they're putting in kids' movies and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I get that.
All that stuff matters. Even in music.
I think it depends on how old you are. I mean, we could say it definitely affects the youth.
Yeah, for sure.
Music and video games, cartoons, like even some of the weird fucking shows that I see my kids watch. I'm like, why are they putting that in there? Right?
Yeah, that joke was an adult joke.
Yeah,
I understood that. My daughter did.
They've been doing that shit since we were little.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
And when we were little, it was probably a lot worse. They were doing some off the wall shit.
Maybe, I don't know, dude. This shit's wild right now, especially like in music and stuff like that, bro. Like some of the shit I hear my daughter listening to, I'm like, hey, turn that shit off. What the fuck is wrong with you?
If my daughter's in the car and my sister's playing her music, I'm fucking punching the radio and turning it off. Like, bro, my daughter's right there. Get this sexy red off.
Dude, it's wild, bro. Dude, some of the shit, I just like don't get. Like, I get it's got a catchy beat, but
yeah,
I don't know.
No, and I can't lie. It like the choruses to them are catchy. You know, and it's cool for like a little club vibe, but like to just be listening to the car, I think it's fucking up a lot of young females' heads.
That's what I'm worried about
lifestyle.
too. And we're kind of becoming, as we get older, when our parents used to say the video games.
Yeah.
The video games are violent. They're going to make you violent. And we used to think, no, it's fucking not. But I think it fucks with you a little bit.
For sure. I think it desensitizes you.
Yeah. You know how much shit I see on Twitter, bro?
Oh,
X?
For sure.
Oh, dude, I came across this... what channel was that? It was called Death, like Videos of Death or something like that. Oh, dude.
Some gruesome shit.
I seen a dude go through a conveyor system.
Oh.
Okay.
God.
Like a slit. Like there's one conveyor and then another conveyor. And there was like a slit, maybe the size of this fucking joint, bro. And it fucking sucked him through that thing. It was the most fucked up shit. Yeah, I've seen some fucked up shit, bro.
Christ.
But I'm getting used to it or something. Because I don't think I would have been able to watch that 10 years ago, bro. I know. I don't. But then I'm like, dude, some of this shit I watch because, like, for instance, the shit going on over in Palestine and Israel. It's like,
yeah, they're seeing some shit too.
Yeah, everybody has all this judgment, like opinions on it, blah blah blah, and talking about, well, we need to protect them or we need to go to war. Go watch the videos of literally a baby being dragged around or carried around in a mother's arms, burnt to crisp, still alive. Like these are videos I'm seeing, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It's wild, man. And
like
I feel like you should watch them because it, like if I'm going to have an opinion, I need to see the dark shit that's going on over there. And I think, and I used to be a big like supporter of like showing that shit on TV. It just sucks because I don't want kids to see that. They don't need to see that.
No,
but adults should see it.
Yeah.
Especially like warmongers who want to let's go to war, that's war, bro.
It's too left and right with the opinions on that, and like you said, they don't see what's actually fucking happening. They're just whatever the news outlet they watch is saying. They're basing their opinions off that shit.
They don't, dude. They don't.
And that's really just all politics, like everything they're talking about.
Yeah,
they talk about the tragedy too, but it's definitely based around who you support, and it shouldn't be. It should just be like, bro, people are dying. Let's make that stop.
Yeah, why do we continue? And I know it's not as black and white as we think. It's a gray area,
dude. There's tons of details they leave out.
History. I mean, if you go, there's a man. I wish I knew that podcast name. There's a podcast that does like a 5-hour deep dive. My buddy Joe sent it to me, or I sent it to him. I can't remember. But yeah, it's like a 5-6 hour deep dive, and there's multiple episodes on the history of Palestine and Israel, dating back to when like Britain was promising all these countries that land.
Yeah,
and if you fight in this war, and they ended up giving it to Israel, and it pissed off Palestine and other countries as well. And there's just so much more than just, oh, it's religion. It's over religion. Like, there's so much more.
There's a lot of money involved too now.
Money, power.
Yeah.
The people aren't fighting each other.
Right. No.
It's all the elite.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like any other country, man. It's,
yeah, man.
I don't know. It's sad, dude. But I don't know, man. You'll see. Like, I just seen, I've been trying to look more at, like, news outlets here in the city, trying to look at more local stuff going on. And I kind of see that even in some of the, like, PBS, Kansas City, I've been watching a lot, which I think they do a good job. I like their the content they put out. But yeah, when it comes to like left and right shit, it's so weird, man.
Yeah.
Like I watched a Mayor Lucas interview, and just the softball ass questions I see that they send that guy. It's like, man, I wish I was there. So I can just be like, hold on, I have a question.
Dude.
Like, what do you mean? Hold on, you didn't say anything when you responded to that fucking answer. What do you mean by that?
I'm not going to say where or when or nothing, but I went to this thing that was kind of like a groundbreaking thing, and Mayor Lucas showed up on a bicycle, helmet and everything. Security on a bicycle, helmet, all that.
Yeah.
And he went and parked it right where the groundbreaking spot was happening, like the digging the dirt part, you know?
Yeah.
And he kind of just stood there and just kind of posed and waited for a photo op to happen.
What?
And then you see them put the bike in the truck when they're leaving.
Oh, hell no,
it's
bro.
Like, it's like bros like, oh, we're saving gas, saving the earth over here, you know? Like, it's just like, and I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. But, but like, I mean,
hey, it happened.
I seen it. So it wasn't like, it was just...
Some smoke and
like
mirrors
that,
type shit.
Stuff
bro.
like that really pisses me off, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's like Leonardo DiCaprio talking about global warming and then traveling on his fucking private jet to all these gigs.
Yeah, man.
It's kind of weird, dude. But yeah, dude, it's like shit like that, man. You know, I see that how that left and right comes into power, and surely, I'm sure his handlers or whatever told PBS you can only ask this, and this.
Right,
I mean,
for sure.
Let's not act like we don't know that happens.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. I bet you it even happened when Trump was on Rogan, dude. I'm not even naive to think that could have been a possibility.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you watched that podcast.
No, I did. I watched it when it came out.
Yeah, I thought
just because I thought that was the most interesting thing to.
Yeah,
to
I just think that they I see Rogan and I love his show. But I see him sometimes turn into like a little bit of, you know, softball type, question, you know, I just don't.
I think that's an alpha thing.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think he sensed that in a room?
He's alpha. Like Joe Rogan's pretty alpha. He has a soft side, but Donald Trump is like alpha.
Yeah.
If you think, just because his demeanor.
But if they were to fight, I mean, Rogan's gonna fucking kick his ass.
Yeah, then Secret Service would fuck him up.
Right. I mean, but Rogan ain't got fucking ex-Navy SEAL Secret Service.
At the end of the day, we know who would end up winning, you know?
Right.
Like, I know what you mean, though. The one-on-one, he would fuck him up.
I guess I always think of, like, combat. I forget that, you know, they have security teams and shit.
Yeah, no, I'm talking shit, for sure.
No, but, like, he was the same way when he interviewed Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, come on.
And it could be a respect thing too, just because like older politician male, you know, like, and if they come at you with a certain level of respect, I would reciprocate too, you know.
Right. Yeah, you're gonna match energies. You're not gonna come off the wall just like hitting them hard like a 60 minutes interview, trying to catch that baity, clickbaity, you know, 2-minute clip. Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess we'll see what happens over time. Like I said, it's no bash to some of those you know, media sources, but I just wish they would do a little more so we don't keep this facade going, this smoke and mirrors of like, oh, everyone's happy and we're doing the best we can. Yeah. And bro, I watched a PBS documentary on that same channel from 2015 that talked about what did they say? 30% of the murders come out of a certain radius down off of Troost, and like down in the 30s or 50s. And this documentary was from 2018, and then I watched the whole thing. I watched the old mayor Sly Funkhauser or whatever his name was. him talk about government programs and all this stuff that they were going to do. And it was going to clean up the city and they're making good relations. And then there's a related video underneath it from the same PBS Kansas City talking about the tri-state area and how bad it's getting. And this is from 2024. Yeah. It's like, dude, it did nothing. Yeah. It did nothing at all. It just got fucking worse, man. So we're not holding people accountable. And I think that's the biggest problem with podcasting. I feel like, I'm not saying that that all of them are going to be able to do this, but you get certain people in front of a mic that doesn't have ties or associations with certain people and get them asking serious questions that me or you would ask if we were had the opportunity. Yeah. I think things would start to make more sense and truth would start to come out. But of course, I don't think they want that. So,
right. No, not
that's
at
why
all.
they're kind of going against it. Like those fucking free reign guys. I've talked about that before,
yeah.
dude. They got fucking hit hard, man.
Yeah. One of them was my boy. I went to school with him.
Really?
Yeah.
Like their dad, like when I was following that story, I reached out to him, see if he could come on. They were trying to say like he was racist or something like that he wouldn't hire a guy because he was black. And the guy has black children. Yeah. He's married to a black girl. I don't know if he still is, but like, you're going to say he's racist and then make him step down from his position?
Yeah, bro. That's just rhetoric.
Yeah, it's insane.
They're really good people. I've met them.
Yeah.
A few times.
Yeah, and just because they like to go on, and I don't even agree with some of the shit they say on there, but I think that they should have the right to voice their opinion. If they took the time to buy all their equipment, find their little following, set up, do their little thing, leave them alone, man.
Right.
They're not, they're talking about causing like a civil war and all this shit.
See, they're looking at it like they're being extremists or something, and they're just voicing an opinion. That's it. I know,
just voicing an opinion, saying what other people probably feel or are saying off camera anyways, and in their homes or with their friends. The thought of a civil war is a real thing. It could possibly happen. Do we think it won't happen? Do we hope it doesn't happen? Of course.
Right.
But it's a possibility. Why can't we discuss it?
They put out a movie about it.
Yeah, they put out a movie about it, dude. And sometimes, dude, when they release movies, they're like, I feel like they're hinting towards shit.
For sure.
Television.
Getting people ready. You're getting people ready.
Yeah. I just watched a video on TikTok. Like I said, granted, it's TikTok.
Fucking TikTok.
But it was all these military dudes, and they were getting like steak and lobster. So they said whenever that happens, it's fucking like shit's about to pop off. So I don't know. It could have been a video from a long time ago, bro. I don't know, but with the shit I've just seen now,
like their last big meal before the last shit big meal, off.
Yeah, before we're shipping you guys out. Man. So who knows, man? Maybe it's not real. Maybe it is. I don't know, but I wanted to talk to you, dude. You've got a lot of fucking podcasts coming out lately, man. You kind of want to give us a rundown of what you got going on? I've seen the high times with the fam.
Yep.
It's great. Yeah. You got a couple other ones too?
So I'll go ahead and go. Right now we post Monday to Friday, every day but Thursday. So
yeah,
Mondays we got I-70, and that's hosted by John. Tuesdays we got Strawberry Hill Podcast, hosted by Mike Simmons down at the shop. Wednesdays we post My Homegirl's Couch, which is a brand new one we just started with four female hosts, all in the music industry, nightlife industry. And that one's very interesting because I get to be there and hear girls talk girl shit.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And some of the shit they say, I'm like, okay, got you.
Different perspective.
I disagree with a lot that they say, but like they got their own opinions, and that's
cool though, man. You're letting them do their own thing, even though you don't maybe agree with some of the shit they say. You're like, hey, I'm gonna give you a platform, let other people look at it.
Exactly.
You bounce ideas off each other, take constructive criticism, and who knows, it may help change some of the things that they're saying, or even us, man, as men. Like we say some shit, put it out there, and it could change us as well. So. Yeah,
and
that's
then
dope.
Friday we got High Times with the fam.
So you guys are 5 days a week right now.
Yeah, well, we're actually have another show coming out. We start first recording day is Thursday, and we'll drop it next week. I don't know. We'll probably drop the same day as one of the other shows, just because I like doing the beginning of the week stuff. But it's called The Off Air Hustle with Deanna Hustle from 103. She's coming and doing a show with us about the music industry, and she's gonna have some big wigs on there. And
that's
gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, we're partnering.
She's from
with
where?
She's from St. Louis originally, but she's Brian B. Shining's co-host.
Oh, okay.
On Hustle and
Shine.
Yeah,
I think I watched some of that. She was on as well with him with John, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty dope, man. So, and then, dude, are you gonna have what's his name? That came in
George.
Yeah, George.
George, yeah. So we're working on a show with him.
I like
right
that
now
dude.
Too.
That dude cracks me up, man.
And it's gonna be a debate show.
Okay.
And you guys,
I heard you talk about it a little bit.
You can hear in his tone of voice and his just what you hear on the podcast. Mm-hmm. That alone shows that he's very articulate. He could bullshit his way through any answer.
Yeah, I like how he's and he's very. He'll give you a lengthy response on why he feels a certain way, and it doesn't look like he's too worried about what you care, like what you think. He's going to tell you how he thinks. That's pretty much it. Yeah. So I like that.
Right when I there's a weird story behind this actually. So he's a sheriff right now, and the owner of the shop, he's a ex sheriff. He's retired, and there's one day where I was just asking him. I was like, so like, how is it in a courtroom? Like, what's that energy like? What's it like? And he's like, you want to find out? And I was like, sure. I was like, whatever, go ahead. And they sat there and grilled me like I was on the stand, bro. And I never have been more anxious in my life.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I was like, Jesus Christ, is this really what it's like? And they twist my words and make me fucking think certain things that I didn't even say. And it's like, oh, God. I was like, this is terrible.
I know.
And they said that's really how it is.
And imagine like you're in an interrogation room, you know, and then you wonder why. Like, you ever see those First 48s or those crime documentaries and you're like, I would never rat on myself.
Until you see they're offering McDonald's in a sweet tea.
And you've been in there for fucking 12 hours with the chair and fucking walls. Yeah. I don't know, bro. I still don't think I could be able to rat on myself on that shit or completely lie and just go, yeah, I did it. Bring me that fucking Big Mac, you know?
But after that day is when I saw him to be more of like he could use this and be a personality with it.
Oh, yeah.
And we need different types of shows on our network. We have 2 interview style, 2 conversational. We're getting ready to start another interview style. So a debate show would be just like sick.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah.
And especially, too, if George can be like not too like always think that he's right all the time.
No, and that's the thing. We're making it to where enough.
Yeah, people
come on, choose the topic to be debated, and he has to choose the opposing side, no matter what.
Oh, so even if he doesn't believe, he has to choose the other side.
He has to be able to argue for the other side.
Really? Yeah. But what's your intention? What are you going to get out of that?
See what happens. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. This is a test.
I feel like at the end, he's just going to be like, hold on, I can't keep doing this. What the fuck? I'm not going to take this side.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to really tell you how I feel about this shit.
Yeah, no, maybe at the end of the show he will. But for the show, for the purpose of debate, we're having them choose like whichever, the opposite of whatever
That's good. I'm curious to check that out. That'd be pretty neat.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, that's cool. So, man, that's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know how you guys manage all that shit, man. That's got to be difficult.
Just me, bro.
Yeah.
I'm editor. I do the logos. I do the social medias, all that shit. I need help. I need like dead ass.
Yeah, because you got Mark, but is he helping you? Like,
so he has a full-time job.
Yeah.
So
and he has him and his dad's show.
Yeah. That's the hard part is I don't have the freaking money to pay employees or anything.
Telling me, bro.
So this is all off of freaking blood, sweat, and tears, you know? A lot of tears.
A lot of tears. I don't blame you, dog.
No, but so that's the hard part is just finding someone to help me. That is willing to do it like as intern, basically.
I know, dude. Me and you need to make a trip down to the colleges or something.
Man,
like some type of tech college or something. Be like, hey, anybody want to come hang out and have a couple beers, you know, maybe
shout
smoke
out to
a joint.
My cousin Kix, by the way, he's helping me soon. He's been learning all the production stuff, but
that'd be good.
Getting ready to get a new laptop, so I'm gonna hand mine off to him, and he's gonna help me with the editing for a little bit.
That's good, bro. Yeah, that shit's a beast, man. And you guys have it set up to where a majority of the editing's done right there, you know. And then, but you just have so many, it's hard to, you know, and then like manage the social media side of things and.
I found a good system to where I could edit and get all the social media posts scheduled out and within like 6 hours total for one show.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope.
So I'm in and out for the week.
That's dope, man. Yeah, I look forward to checking that stuff out, man. Yeah, like I said, I've seen the Higher Times one or High Times
with the fam. You gotta add that.
With the fam. High Times with the fam. Yeah, it'd be cracking me out because I know some of the guys on there. Beans is a dude. That dude's always funny.
Yeah, man. Naturally,
when we used to hang out, he used to be always pretty funny. And but nah, dude, I like it. I like it's just like a chill vibe. You know, you guys are just yourselves. You know, just kicking back, shooting the shit. So.
High as shit.
Yeah, high as shit, just fucking chilling. I was surprised it was a risky one. I was surprised to see you go with that.
That was one thing that I was like, I'm a natural, like, I smoked this morning after I worked out. Like, I smoke every day, basically. And I've always had that, like, kept tucked to myself.
Right.
And, like, my family all knows I'm the only one on one side of the family. On Thanksgiving, I'm smoking outside by myself. You know, usually that's a cousin ritual, and I don't have any cousins that smoke, bro. But yeah, I kind of made it a point to be like, you know what? I've always wanted to be CEO of a company and, you know, big shot or whatever. But I want to do it my way, you know? So, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, he's a CEO. He can't smoke on camera. It's going to affect, like, future business deals
sponsors and shit like that.
And it's just like, but I smoke. So, like, take it for what it is, you know?
Yeah, and if you don't want to, then I don't want to fuck with you. You know, it's like, why? I'd rather have the people that I want to fuck with who accept me for me than me be something that I'm not every time. You know, because then you're just gonna lose yourself, man. It's like, and the smoking weed thing is weird, man. It's like, what? You don't like? Do you know how many people I know that like have like these positions where you're like, you think they probably don't do shit, and then you go and you party with them, and you're like, "Oh fuck, dude, you're doing blow and shit behind the scenes, bro." It's like, all right,
didn't see that coming.
Fuck,
no, you're right.
Go for it, man. Right. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Right.
But yeah, dude, so like we try to put on this weird persona on the front of the camera, and I'm not at all telling kids to watch this show. I'm not naive to think there's probably some that are. But we're not promoting that. I'm not, I don't want my 14-year-old to be smoking weed right now. You know, when she gets older, you know, I mean, I'm not going to tell her no, you know what I mean? I'm going to help her, you know, I'm going to educate her on it. Because like, even with smoking, like I don't do it a ton. You know, I try to treat it as a reward. That's because it's me. Like, I know dudes who can function all day long smoking weed all fucking day. Right. I don't know how they do it, but they're able to do it. Me, I just never been wired that way. Like when I work out, I can't really work out high. I got to be, you know.
I love working out high.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't do
locked
it, bro.
in, focus. Just
I can't do it, man. I feel lazy, but I do like how I feel. You can feel almost the pump. In your muscles. I don't know what that is, man. Maybe because you're in a relaxed state.
From what I've heard, dude, weed supposedly speeds up your metabolism and like gets all your sensors working properly.
Yeah.
And smoking before working out with a quicker metabolism, you're burning more fat, burning more energy.
Yeah.
Muscles kind of able to recover better a little bit, you know. But
the inflammation afterwards. Yeah. No, I felt that part. And I smoke a different bit. I smoke a different strand of weed. I don't have a specific one, but like when I do get them, I always make sure they have like that CBG stuff in it, whether or not it's real. I mean, I haven't looked into it, but it's like sativa. It's like an upper, supposed to give you. I always tell them this when I go to the dispensary. I'm always like, I still need to be sociable. Okay. So don't give me no shit that's gonna like knock me the fuck out. Like, I still need to be able to talk. And even when I'm at the house, it's like I don't want to be too fucking gone. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right? That where you're just fucking knocked, bro. Like
I'm functioning at this point. It takes a lot to put me on my ass.
Right.
Maybe like a bong rip. Bong rip would do it.
Yeah. That's a little intense, dude. We used to do that shit in high school all the time, man. Put the ice cubes in it. Yeah.
But like, you know how stressful this podcasting shit is?
Oh, I bet.
Like the back end, like for you, like I'm saying personally, like.
Oh, do I know how stressful it is?
Yeah. Like with the amount that I'm doing by myself.
Yeah, with all the different personalities.
That's the reason why I smoke every day. No, I'm saying just like the back end editing stuff and the posting.
But even with dealing with every different personality.
Yeah,
you know, like
that's the cool thing though with me being the boss. I get to choose.
Right.
You know, so like if I off the jump, if I get a gut feeling about someone that I'm not gonna, enjoy their company after a while, I'll stop it right there and not go any further than an initial meeting.
Right.
But luckily, I've got to choose some pretty great people.
Yeah, and even not on that side of it, like that side, yeah, I could understand that. But even just like, it's just different things. You're dealing with the multiple different people's schedule.
Yeah.
The way they work, how they are. What they need, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So, it could definitely, it could be stressful. I can see that side of it, and you're all over the place too because you don't have one location.
Right.
You're going to multiple different locations, and I watched you guys set up prior. And I'm like, God, but you guys are quick, dude. I mean, I guess you've done it so many times now.
Yeah, repetition, man.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. When we were talking on the I-70 last time, we had the boxing jiu-jitsu debate. And but I kind of wanted to go back a little bit on the history because I don't know anything about your boxing, like your history behind that. How did like your dad and you and like how'd you guys all get into that?
So I'm gonna give you a quick rundown because it's like 15 years of being in it,
Right.
15 plus actually.
Well, we got time, baby.
So started out, I wanted to do boxing when I was in probably like first grade. Yeah, about first grade. My brother was third grade. And my dad took us to one of his childhood friends. His name was Steve Earls, a Kansas City native, like a popular pro boxer out here back in the 90s. And maybe even 80s. I don't know.
Man, that name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Is it old black dude?
No. Oh, I don't know if he's Italian or Mexican.
Oh, okay, no, different guy.
But yeah, he's crazy dude. But he's real cool. He's a great coach. And after we kind of outgrew him, he sent us to Turner Boxing. Mm-hmm. At the time, it was Turner Boxing Commission. Or, no, what is it? I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But we went there, and we were there for probably from 2006 all the way to 2011. And then 2011, we made our own gym, called it R&E Boxing Club. And that was down in Lenexa off 75th. So yeah, throughout that time, it was just all around amateur boxing, and it was like literally everything.
But did your dad box?
No,
he just coached
street fighting.
For
sure.
Yeah, you can learn some shit.
Yeah. He was a tough dude back in the day.
That's dope, man. Yeah. So now he's got his own gym, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's called what was it called again?
Now it's called Esai Moreno Junior Boxing Club.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You guys have like quite a bit of people that like, is it more kids or adults?
No,
or?
it's a mix.
It's a mix.
Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
a mix.
Because I've noticed some gyms, like depending on the gym, sometimes the kids class might be really stacked,
right,
small on adults, but
so it's pretty cool how he runs it. It's not open 24/7.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of is because the more advanced people that have been there a while or the pros, they'll all get a key to go and train throughout the day whenever they're free.
Oh, that's dope.
So they can go and have an empty gym to themselves.
That's nice.
But he runs it in classes. So he does 2 classes every day. One starts at 5 or 6 o'clock to 7:30, and then it's 7:30 to 9. So he's there every night, busting his ass, doing full classes with 30 plus people every night, So.
And are you guys mostly like actual like boxing like training, or is it like you guys do some fitness stuff as well?
Yeah, it's boxing and conditioning.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't know if what type of clientele.
Yeah,
like I know it's an actual legit boxing gym, but I didn't know if you were also targeting the people that just want to come for cardio.
It's a great weight loss program.
Yeah,
it's an amazing weight loss program. But like with jiu-jitsu, boxing takes so much fucking energy out of you. It's one of the hardest sports to do. And you have to be somewhat conditioned to be able to even last a round on the bag. Like, you'll get gassed quick.
Yeah, just to to anybody out there who just do 1-2s on a bag, 6 rounds, and just do 3 minutes apiece.
They can't do it.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And only take a 30-second rest in between.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And then add on top of that, when you're sparring and you're getting punched back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a loss of fucking cardio already.
Yeah.
You get fucking good shot in on you.
Good liver shot, wind goes out.
Dude, you know, even just getting rocked and everything just starts bouncing all over the place, you know, or you see stars.
That white flash.
Yeah, the stars shit. When the stars start falling for me, it's like, oh, man. Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, no, cardio is the biggest thing, man. I always tell people when it comes to fighting, you know, as much as I know, I'm not as knowledgeable as, you know, people that have been in the game for a while. Right. But from what I have seen, cardio is like key, man. If you can stay on your feet and not get tired after a minute or two, you're in a lot better shape than probably 98% of the population
for sure
right now. Because I
mean, when that 98% can't even get through the first round of a 3-minute, just ones and twos on the back, like they couldn't.
Doesn't it surprise you on how like unrealistic people are of their abilities?
Yeah.
Like, cause you've fought, you've trained. When did you start?
I started fighting 2007, I want to say.
Really?
Yeah. So you have to be like 8 years old to do it. And I waited probably at least 6 months after I turned 8 to fight.
Really?
Yeah, just because I wasn't ready. I was a kid who didn't care about getting hit.
Yeah.
So I was going full force, just trying to fuck them up. You know, that's it.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't that great for me. So my amateur.
You said you didn't care if you got hit?
No, not at all. Like, it didn't faze me.
Yeah.
I did see white eventually, but as I got older, you know. But
so you were like just in there, man. Like, you weren't too much like defensive style boxer. You were
just
like,
a bulldog.
Yeah, you were biting down, just fucking taking shit. Yeah. Dude, that's how I spar too. And it's probably like the worst thing to do. Dude, for some reason, man, and I'm not trying to be corny about this shit. And people who train, I think, know what I'm talking about. It's something about not those big shots, but just that feeling of after like a good sparring session, like, I don't know, like that, when you kind of get a little beat up, it feels like you did some work. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's weird.
Kind of discombobulated a little bit.
Yeah, but it's weird, isn't it? Like, why? Do I have some weird fantasy of just getting beat up by men, bro? Like, what the fuck is wrong with
No,
me?
it's the gladiator in all of us, dude.
Yeah.
I think we all still got that primal instinct to want to fight, fuck each other up.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, I think a lot of dudes are like that. It just the where you're separated is the guys that actually go and do it and train. You know, because like we were saying, a majority of the people, you know, they think they can, but I mean, there's probably only a very small percentage of guys who are just freakishly probably large or gifted, you know, that are able to do that without training. And if you're watching, you're mostly likely not that person. So don't think that's you. Like, don't think that's you at all. Like, when I first walked into a gym, bro, when I started jiu-jitsu back in like 2019, I like seen these guys and I'm like looking at them and I'm like, I mean, they look all right. That dude's kind of small, bro. Like, and then I go in there and I'm like, you know, thinking I'm going to fuck all these nerds up, and they just like demolished me, bro. And it's so humiliating.
Yeah, no, it definitely checks your ego.
Yeah.
Real
and
quick.
You've been doing it since you were young. So like, you've probably always had that, like, you knew, you know, because you got introduced when you were a younger boy.
Yeah.
But like, if you grow up and you don't, like, I knew the pecking order because of football. So you knew who the guys were that would fucking put you on your ass. Right. But fighting wise, for some reason, you're like, well, if I could fucking punch that dude, I'd fuck him up. But then you go, oh no, I don't even know how to punch, and I can barely stand up for a minute. Yeah.
But to that point, it's true in fighting. The size always doesn't matter if the dude's bigger. You know, like I've seen little guys fuck some dudes up who's 60 pounds heavier. You know? So
I know it's wild, man. And I think in all combat sports. I know jiu-jitsu kind of gets the one of like, oh, the smaller man beats the larger man. But like you said, even in boxing, they've always said that. Like, you're able to basically subdue or, you know, submit a larger opponent. The Gracies showed it in UFC 1. That's kind of where it took off.
Yeah, because they had separate weight classes, basically.
Yeah, there was open weight class, no weight class at all. And so these guys were fucking dudes up that were 3 times bigger than them. And people were like, how the fuck are they doing it? And So I don't know. I don't know. I guess the specific reason why. I guess just grappling shows how huge of a key it is in fighting. I guess.
Right.
I mean, just
because you would think the bigger, stronger dude would be able to submit someone
in
faster.
grappling.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's all about position and
Right.
your technique and waiting stuff out and seeing like because when you're grappling, you're not just trying to get a hold of somebody. You're just like you're not doing anything.
Right.
If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But like when I'm rolling with somebody, I'm looking for the next move.
You got an objective.
I have something else planned. Now, whether or not that works out, that's up in the air. Same as boxing. Right. You have a certain pattern that you like to set up, certain combos now whether or not that's gonna be fulfilled, one straight jab to the face may knock off your entire combo. You know what I mean? You just never know. Yeah. The same thing with jiu-jitsu. I may not get to that, but it's like chess. You have other moves to be able to go to, and but yeah, I mean it's been shown that I've been in the gym. I don't know how to explain it, but I'll roll with a black belt who's 150 pounds or a purple belt or whatever he is, and he'll fuck me up. Yeah. Because I mean, especially with the leg game, man, like some of these smaller guys, I had a guy who's a brown belt at Alive I rolled with. Mm-hmm. I mean, he fucking heel hooked me like 4 times, dude. At the fourth one, I'm like, bro, just rip my fucking leg off. Like, I'm fucking pissed right now. How the fuck are you doing this, bro? I'm 210 pounds. Like, I have a decent background. Like, what the fuck?
Does that shit hurt you after? Like, is your leg fucked up for a little bit?
Sometimes it can be tender, but that guy that I was rolling with was so good, bro. Like, he would just put pressure, and I'm smart enough to tap early. Right. So I'm not gonna about it. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to fight it out. Right. Like maybe in a tournament I would, but even then, like, what's it for? It's a small local tournament. I'm not in the ADCC Olympics of jiu-jitsu.
In the tournaments, I'm curious, is there shit talking while they're fighting? Or is that, like, not allowed?
Not, I don't, I mean, I've seen it. Not at the like, level.
Say uncle, say uncle.
Nah, not at the level I'm at. I mean, because my tournaments are all, like, you pay to compete. So it's, like, nothing. Like the medals that I have back there, they're just, I mean, I look at it as achievements, but it's not like I'm I don't know what would be compared to boxing. Like, do you guys just have like normal fights? Like nothing, like you're not professional. It's just an amateur fight, but it's really not even for anything. It's just a dad over there trying to compete, It's really just what I am. I'm just a dad that likes to compete every now and then on the weekends.
No, they got something like that. It's they have what's called the Masters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have Masters division. Yeah.
So that's like more of like the dads.
Yeah, but even in the Masters, like a guy interviewed on here, Jeremy Brick, he's in the Masters division. Yeah, but he's like Grand Slam. He completed a Grand Slam, which is like doing all these huge tournaments internationally. So like there's levels. There's like guys like him who are fucking serious about it and going against the best people in the world. Yeah. And then there's me who's going against some dude who has to go to work tomorrow. You know what I mean, bro? Like there's just levels to that shit. Yeah. So.
No, because there's still some chirping in pro boxing, not in amateur boxing.
There's talks sometimes between gyms, like certain individuals, but nah, man, it's pretty relaxed, dude. Yeah. Like from what I've seen, of course, there's gym drama. You hear about that shit a lot, but I just try to stay out of that shit. I try to just show up, train, and go home. Right. I got too much going on. I don't need to hear about all this shit.
Yeah, no, it's all just extra shit.
Yeah. How long did you fight for then?
Till 2012.
Right. And then I know you had one recently.
That was random, dude. Yeah, that was this year in like March.
It was fucking getting the itch or what?
Nah, not at all. Not at all. That's a crazy, So my sister was, she's a coach at our gym. And she was finding our pro fighters fights. And she was on the phone with the promoter right next to me. And she was like, oh, damn it, the promoter said this. She was like, one of our 154s just dropped out. And completely fucking around. I was like, I'll do it. It was one of those. Yeah. And my sister looked at me like, Okay, yeah, we got him. We got one filled in. And I was completely fucking around, bro. She hung up the phone and she was like, all right, time to get ready.
How much did you weigh at that time?
172.
Oh, God,
172
dude,
probably.
20
yeah.
pounds of fucking
Dude,
knockoff?
yeah. And I ended up weighing in at 151. And this was a month before the fight.
How hard was the cut?
Dude, the worst. That's why I was like, everybody kept asking me, when's the next fight? I was like, never. I'm not doing that shit again. That was a cool experience is what it was.
What was your process like cutting on that? Because I don't know how to fight. Like, I know the process, but
water and salads. Yeah. And I actually drink a lot of juice.
So just a huge caloric deficit, up the H2O, and then you doing like sauna stuff. And
I didn't do sauna stuff till the week of the fight.
Okay.
Yeah. So other than that week, I was just doing 2 workouts a day.
Oh, okay.
So 1 boxing, 1 conditioning each day.
And you're doing 6 days a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was fucking an animal at that time. Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah, that's a big weight cut, 20 pounds. People don't think that, but shit, try to lose 5.
Shout out to Hy-Vee for the $5 Caesar salads.
Oh, shit.
It's a plug.
That's a plug. Yeah, dude, I don't know, man. That's got to be difficult, man. Like in a caloric deficit and training for a fight. I don't know how. Like, did you feel pretty weak?
Weirdly enough, no. I felt pretty great going into it.
You were consuming, I'm sure, meat on the salad.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
just salads?
Just salads. I would do I'd go to Chipotle and they'd always look at me fucking crazy. You know the big cheese bowl, the red ones? I'd ask them to fill that with steak. And I would just eat that for a meal.
Hold on, the big cheese bowls. No, I haven't seen that.
So it's like it's for the cheese dip. It's like a small bowl. Yeah. So those little things, I'd have them filled with steak. And I just get that and one of their like juice refresher things.
Yeah, just all meat.
Yeah.
That's how my diet is right now. I just pretty much consume meat and vegetables.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And I felt way better, dude. That rice was fucking me up, bro. Like,
yeah, that's what I need to get off of.
Yeah. It's hard, though.
I love Chipotle, dude. I fucking love Chipotle.
It's hard, bro. Especially like, you know, in like Mexican culture as well.
Bro,
like,
rice with everything.
Rice, bro.
Everything.
I know. Like
or tortilla.
I got to stay away from like even like family events and stuff like that we go to, and or like even what we cook here. It's like we got to stop. No more rice.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit here and there, but more fattier meats. I feel a lot better, a lot cleaner, and not so bloated. Yeah. But I seen that video of you getting ready prior to the fight. I don't know who posted that.
That was freaking Tough Enough Media.
Tough Enough Media. Okay. Yeah, because dude, that video was dope, man. I thought that was you actually at first.
It's my boy Glenn. He's a beast, bro.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, no, I wish I could have claimed it. I made sure to give him his credit.
I think how they set that up and how they shot that, it had a cool gritty feel to it.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, and he did that thing last minute for me, and I was super appreciative of that.
And you won that fight, didn't you?
Yeah.
Was it
second round TKO?
Yeah.
I could have knocked his ass out.
I seen you back off of him, bro. I was very surprised. I was like, God damn. I was like, dude.
No, if any of my family are watching that was there, the reason I did not go for the kill was because my last mindset of boxing was amateur. And in amateur, when you knock out a mouthpiece, you stop. You let them get their mouthpiece back in.
Right.
So you don't fuck their teeth up. You know? And on that last punch that discombobulated him, his mouthpiece came out. And so I saw his legs doing the dancing, and then I saw the mouthpiece go out. So I was like, don't do that.
Yeah.
You know? And if I felt like I had it in the bag already, regardless, so I wasn't going to embarrass dude.
Yeah, he was dancing all over something. Yeah. And you know what was cool, though, bro? Maybe that certain people didn't see? I watched these weird details on people, but the way, like, and I hope I'm remembering this right. I'm pretty sure I did. Like, you did not break eye contact on him. Like, I watched you as soon as you hit him and he dropped, you're like watching. And then as soon as you turned around, like, you knew already. Like, it was so cool to see that.
Yeah.
Like, someone who's got that much experience be able to, like, focus in on that. And I could just see you reading his body movement. And you just knew. You've seen it before. Right. You're like, I'm out.
Yeah. And that's the thing with how many years I have in boxing, and I still train people to this day, like sometimes just randomly, and my knowledge for it is so high and my confidence level in the ring is so high that I'm able to actually, try to attempt the things that we teach, you know, and do it in a calm manner. Like, if for the people that watched that whole fight, I was tiptoeing towards them. I was slow, calm, no anxiety at all that day. Yeah. And that was a weird fucking thing, because that was the first time I've ever been in front of a big crowd on a professional level or of any kind.
Where was it at?
Harris Casino.
Oh, Voodoo Lounge?
Yeah. So they have all the cool lighting. It was pretty bad.
I've been there quite a bit.
Yeah. Shout out to Blue Corner for putting that on. But, yeah, no, I wasn't nervous at all for some reason.
The only thing I wish Blue Corner would change is that they keep doing jiu-jitsu on those high platforms, and dudes go flying off of them and shit into the crowd, or like busting through the stage. I wish they would go like pit style for jiu-jitsu, like kind of how CJI does, or have it, which I'm sure they can't, because I'm guessing there's a stage there. That's why they have to have it. Too. Yeah, and that's the only thing I don't like, because these dudes would just be collar tying and shit and pushing each other off, and like that looks cool and it's exciting for the guests, but I mean, some of these guys can get fucking seriously hurt off of some. I mean, it's not even like a huge, deal there. I mean, it's a big deal if you fight on it, but it's not something you'd want to get injured over.
That spot that they use is set up to where it probably would be better if it was lower, like view-wise for everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe onto something.
Because some of those people that are sitting down at the bottom, like, they're having to look up over.
Right.
And I've watched some MMA fights there as well, and But no, that's dope, dude, and that's really cool for you to get back in there, man, after so long of taking that much time off, and then I'm surprised you weren't nervous, to be honest with you.
I was surprised I wasn't nervous,
because the guy you were fighting, like, what was he like?
He was nervous, and I think that's what made me not nervous, because he was in the same chair.
He was actually trying to. He has like he's pursuing a career. Or is he more like
it was his fifth fight, or fourth fight, one of those. So he's fairly new too. Right. And I'm pretty sure he came from like a kickboxing background. Oh, okay. So it's a whole different thing. It's a
whole different ballgame.
I'm surprised he didn't throw fucking kick at me. Yeah, that'd been crazy. But yeah, no, I was just like ready to take in the moment, because it really was. It felt like a fucking giant moment, like the lights on you, got cameras on you, you got your family there. Like everybody came out and supported, Right. And it was just a really surreal moment. I understand why professional boxers like that part of it,
Oh yeah, the energy from the crowd,
for sure,
bro. Yeah. Like when they show the back camera at like a UFC event of the fighter walking out, and you just see like the curtains open up and everybody's just like chanting your name. I couldn't imagine.
And this is a super local card, and obviously we're super local people. None of us are famous at all. Yeah. I had people ask me for pictures and like in the hall after. I was like, dope, I was like, Jesus Christ, this is weird.
That's cool, man. Yeah, because you don't have to be like some huge fucking celebrity for someone to like look up to you. Yeah. That's what I think the beauty about what we do here, man. Right. Like, yeah, I don't have a blue check mark by my name, but does that make me any more or less than the guy who does? We put our pants on the same way in the morning.
And at least you are getting value out of every single episode, because like I know how podcasting works out here, and like we get to meet some amazing fucking people. Yeah. So at least we get something out of it if nobody else does. You know what I mean?
Right. So. Right. Yeah. And then even just us meeting each other. Right. And, creating new friends, and just create, like we talked about earlier, creating kind of that universe for everyone to kind of see, and like, oh man, that's cool. There's a lot of good guys being supportive, being positive, and people I think are going to be naturally drawn to that. So much negative in the world already, man. And
bro, too much competing in podcasting is ridiculous. So there's enough people someone's gonna like your shit. You're gonna have your own crowd.
I had another question, dude, too, and open up as much as you want to open up about it, but I noticed you have a picture of a guy that's usually behind you.
That's my brother.
It's your brother. Yeah. Okay. What's the backstory on that, if you don't mind?
So he's actually a big reason why all this shit is even happening for like us and my sister, and so 2019 he was killed drive-by. It was really fucking random crazy shit,
That was the one at Power and Light, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember when that happened.
Prior to that, he would always want to basically start a podcast that involved musicians in the city, like different rappers and shit like that. And we never did it because me and him kind of never saw eye to eye on the presentation of it. So he wanted to go the route of like music only and artists only, and I wanted entrepreneurs, painters, everything, right?
Yeah.
So we never ended up doing it. But after he passed, we went ahead and just all invested and shot our shot with it. Yeah.
And kind of like to uphold his memory too,
Right.
like do something for him, that he wanted to kind of do.
Yeah.
Except for you mixed everything into it. You
Right.
know, it looks like you had, at that time, you had so many people from a bunch of different backgrounds.
Yeah, we had musicians
from music, to normal jobs,
tattoo artists. Shout out Esai Moreno.
Yeah. That's dope.
A lot of
dude.
different people, man.
So you were able to create something out of his memory and mix all of your ideas together. That's pretty neat, man.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with all that? Like, did they figure out?
They had an idea of who it was, but
the streets talk.
The DA out there, in Casey-Mo, didn't want to have anything to do with it. It seemed like he dropped them because they had like their car and the license plate and all that, and they dropped everything, kind of.
Really?
Yeah, and nothing happened of it because lack of evidence or whatever they said. But it was really strange. But we've moved on. We obviously never gonna find peace with it, but it's just one day at a time thing.
Yeah.
And, everybody who's lost loved ones, they can understand that.
Yeah, well, that happened to me. And, my cousin, Jose Macias, he got shot back in like what year was that? 2006? Or no, 2008, I think, or something like that. And I feel so bad for my cousin because she never found out who murdered her son.
Yeah.
And it's to this day, they still put out a thing on Facebook, reward for information.
Who's your cousin? And you cut this out if you want. I'm not trying to get in your business, but I think I know it.
Oh, Josie?
She's married to my cousin Memo?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, we can leave it in. But no, yes, and I feel bad for her. It's like she puts that up every year, hoping that some type of information will come out about her son.
Yeah,
and I had only known him for. I have a weird upbringing. I found out I had a different father around like. I don't know. I think I was like 14, and that's when I started to meet, like Josie and all and that side of the family. And so I only knew him for maybe a year or two, but we hung out quite a bit. Him and my brothers, we used to hang out, and he was a cool dude. I know he was wrapped up into some stuff, normal. Back then that was kind of the thing. And, but yeah, man, it's just sad, dude. And then people knew who did it. I know people knew who did it, and nothing came out of it. Hopefully the streets took care of the shit, but who knows? So
no, nothing really came of that, and because we knew who possibly did it, it was just like we kept preaching to ourselves back at the house that like we weren't gonna let them fuck up our futures too, because if we were to think about that and them getting off and not having to be held accountable and stuff, we just kind of said like we're gonna move on with our lives the way it fucking happened now, So.
No, because he would want that for you as well.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like he loved you guys. He doesn't want you to spend the rest of your life, in that negative, consumed in that negative mindset. I'm sure he would want you guys to just remember him and hold up his name in memory and move on and be happy, with your guys' life. And also too, her last name is Garcia, not Macias. I don't know why I said Macias, but that was his father's name.
Right.
But yeah, man, that sucks, dude. My condolences, man.
Thank you.
And I can't imagine, I've lost people. I know how that feels. And especially out of just senseless, crime like that, man. It doesn't make no sense, dude.
No, it's the worst, bro.
And that's more of a reason too, man. It's like, when you're out there, man, there may have been nothing he could have done, but man, be situationally aware and be aware of your environment, because man, you never know, dude. And you want to think like, well, we have cops and they'll say it. It's all up to you.
Split second stuff,
and then look at it now. Like nothing came out of it. We have all these organizations and they still weren't able to figure things out. So that sucks.
Real quick, I want to just clear some stuff up. I kind of made it sound like me and him butted heads. We were actually super, super close. It was just that podcasting thing. Yeah. No, I just didn't want it to come across like we weren't.
No, I understood what you're saying, that he had ideas, you had ideas. And in the end, though, if that shit would have never have happened, it would have been cool to see you guys be able to come together and make something out of that.
And, I like to think that he's kind of experiencing it through me, because I was always a shy kid growing up, real introvert to myself. Didn't say hi to the whole family every time I seen them. Every time, I do now because being an adult. But, my brother, he was the outgoing one. He knew how to talk to anybody and like really be like a genuine guy to people. So like after he passed, obviously like hole in my fucking heart that got taken with that. But I go out of my way to try to be more like him in the regard of putting myself out there, not being so judgmental towards myself, being good to people, like all of that. And it's helped throughout this podcasting experience. So.
Oh, I bet, dude. Yeah. The more, and to get out there and meet new people, man, and I always felt like when I met you guys, like you guys did a good job making you feel like comfortable and at home. You know what I mean? Like you guys have always been real cool. Talk to one another, have good conversations. So no, that's good, man. The more positive energy you put out, the more you're going to receive.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
That's good that you've seen that and you kind of took that from him as a life advice. That's awesome. But yeah, on other things, man. I mean, what all do you guys have coming up, man? Like, you got anything?
Right now, man, we're just trying to figure shit out. Like, we just introduced a new system to the social media stuff. Yeah. So we're gonna see how that plays out. But we're just taking it week to week right now. Okay. And trying to start. I want to hopefully have 10 shows by like March, probably. Like 10 shows going.
How's
every
it been
week.
Trying to get, like, my question to you is, how's the sponsor stuff going? Like, have you seen any changes in that? Because one thing I've noticed about you, and especially when I listen to I-70, I listen all the time, man. Yeah. Like, John's doing great shit over there. That amazing, he's going to go places, for man. Sure. Love his energy. I just had Cindy on. She said that she's booked to come on with John as well. And I told her, I was just like, you're going to have an amazing time. It's very fun. That dude could he talks in the fucking camera by himself.
Energy is just
I'm like, I don't know how he does that shit, man. Yeah, bro. It's awesome. But I love hearing your, like, when you hop in, when you have your little moments on the show, I like when you start giving your thought process on like the future of all this, what it's going to. And like, like even some of the stuff you've made comments on, like not everybody should have one. You got to understand the work that goes in behind it. You just don't get on the mic and start talking. Yeah. Like there's so many little details. The one I kind of want to know from you is sponsor wise. Like what do you see on there changing? Do you see more companies or more private investors or whoever coming around to see like, oh, this could be something, and not be worried about their name being tarnished if they're associated with it?
Yeah, I feel like there's companies that understand all money's green, and so they'll go and sponsor whoever. But I think that the rest of the world, as far as the corporate entities go, they're coming around to the fact that it's like, it's freedom of speech. Like, that's it. That's nothing more, none less. We're not, now if someone's like spewing hate and stuff, that's different. I wouldn't want to put that on my network.
But that always gets murky, though, doesn't it? Because they'll label something as hate speech, and it'll be purely comedy or purely somebody's opinion on something that they don't believe in. So let's say, well, that's hate speech.
See, and that's
I think as long as you're not condoning violence towards somebody.
People have to know the difference.
Yeah.
Like, naturally. It should be a natural instinct to be like, oh, he's just bullshit.
But some people are stupid.
Yeah, very, very true. Very true. Like, oh, well, you said it, though. You know, like,
but I don't think we should have to coddle our podcast for stupid people.
No, not at all, yeah. So I genuinely think those bigger companies are going to start putting aside more marketing dollars for small platforms like us, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think they're coming around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, and I also think, bro, seeing like Trump and Vance and like Vivek and all these guys go on all these podcasts, make that fucking tour.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's politics. I get that.
Right.
But who would have ever have thought that they were going to go to Theo Von's podcast, bro? Like,
I love Theo Von.
That's what, and I love his. But who would have thought?
Yeah.
I'm sure Theo Von was like, "What the fuck am I doing right now?" Like, when I seen that, bro, I was like, because anytime I start to see politics take risk, I'm like, "Oh shit, something's changing." And so when I seen them do that fucking tour, I was like, "Oh fuck, what's gonna happen locally?" You know, are they going to stop the bullshit and going on fucking 101 point whatever and doing these bullshit
5-minute
sugar-coated interviews? Yeah. Like, are they going to actually come out and talk to a real person like me or you or fucking John or whoever and actually be asked some questions from a normal dude who works a fucking job, who doesn't care about whatever monument you're fucking building and whoever's fucking name. Like, we actually want to know if you're going to do something that's going to fucking help us.
Right.
Okay. We're tired of you painting streets and doing all this other dumb shit. We want you to go and like fight for us to live easier, live better. Dude, the taxes right now are insane, bro. Like insane, dude. And to hear, you know, people discussing like getting rid of property tax and stuff like that. That's the shit I want to hear about.
Right. Grocery taxes in Kansas. Right?
Dude, I want to hear about that shit. I want to hear about real life stuff, not all this other bullshit you're talking about. So when I seen that, I was like, oh shit. It's about to start getting interesting then over the next 5 years.
I hope so, man. I hope so. It's kind of strange seeing all these non-politicians go into the politics realm like that, you know?
Yeah.
It's strange just because we've never seen it. It could be what we need. So
I think sometimes when you're in a vacuum, like in an echo chamber of that world of politics, it's nice to get a fresh view of it from somebody on the outside who's going, like I told you earlier with the whole Mayor Lucas interview I was watching, and I'm just like, he didn't answer anything you were asking. Like, I want to be able to raise my hand and be like, can you elaborate a little bit on that? Because that was kind of a bullshit answer.
Right.
You know? And so I'm hoping that's why I'm hoping that these podcasts here locally will be able to give that outlet. Even me, you know, I'm looking for, you know, I'll have politicians on here, left or right. I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to ask you questions. If we talk and I don't understand something, explain it to me. That's the whole big issue with government right now is they're not explaining anything. They're making it so ciphered. I don't know. It's like cryptid, bro. What are you saying here? What are you talking about?
It seems like Elon and Vivek are gonna, you know, bring everything to the viewpoint of like the citizens. Yeah. Because like I saw this thing that said they were gonna try to make it to where every bill that goes through Congress has to be publicly acknowledged first. So like the opinion of the public has to be held like to a standard or whatever.
Yeah, or they have to show you. Well, yeah, not just pass shit straight through real quick or clump a bunch of things
and
in
making
one
them
bill.
read it because it's like 1,500 pages. Yeah, you know, it's like good luck.
Yeah,
see you in 6 months when we vote on it.
Yeah, they're trying to get something passed, so they'll add this, and this in there because they're like, well, that'll for sure get passed, and then they'll pass this, and this. No, stop doing that shit. I don't care if that's how politics works. Y'all need to change that. That's weird.
It's strange.
That's some dirty shit. But
and it's like this shit seems like it's changing. It really does. But it also seems like it's part of the play.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Like they're allowing it to happen.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's all strange.
If we think about it like that,
theater.
though, if we think doom and gloom, I don't know. You're right.
Because to me, it's not doom and gloom. It's just they're keeping the story going longer. You know? Like,
no, but I know what you're saying. You're saying that, like, the power of the machine's only going to allow what it wants to allow.
Yeah.
So if it's allowing this, it's not that we're uprising and changing things.
Yeah.
They're just going, hold on, everyone's shifting. We got to shift with it, but let's take power of it before it gets out of control.
For sure. Because they
you don't
see
think
the
someone's
shift.
probably talked to Rogan? You
Right,
don't think some people have gotten sent over to the old Rogan household? And maybe I'm wrong. I'm wrong.
He's definitely advised some people, for sure.
Yeah, and I've seen him get a little soft on some people. So I'm like, what are they?
It's kind of crazy. Joe Rogan has created something that not only, like, I mean, he was one of the inspirations of why we did podcasting.
Same.
And, like, if you think about it, though, I was just telling someone yesterday that being the editor and the producer of these shows, and I've done hundreds of episodes with hundreds of different people, I'm fucking, like, studying the human psychology every time I'm editing a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, I could see demeanors change. I could see different tics people have.
Mm-hmm.
And with Joe Rogan, he freaking captivated 98 million people, you know, like insane amount of people.
Yeah.
And it's just like there's a lot of data that goes with not only the retention and the audience interactions and all the different stuff that has to do with the cause and effect of it, but there's a lot of data that is being kept by somebody, you know? So
right. I get what you mean. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, Rogan definitely changed the game, man. Yeah. Definitely showed that you don't need to be in suit and tie and reading off some fucking piece of paper in order to catch a large audience. I mean, he's talked many times about having way more views than CNN and Fox News and all these other organizations who are hopefully
even
going
clip
bankrupt. Yeah.
So
yeah, just to get views.
Yeah.
I remember what CNN did to Rogan when they put that yellow filter on him during COVID.
Yeah.
That was the biggest reason why I started Purple Pill, dude, because I got tired of the COVID shit. It just fucking drove me nuts what people were doing and people were talking about. And I still, to this day, will share shit that I shared like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. And like, just remember this. Remember when you had to follow the arrows on the floor and you were safe, or remember when you couldn't take your mask off, but when you sat down at your booth with your windows on front and back and nothing on the side, you could take your mask off and you were in like a safe zone. Like the craziest shit I've ever seen people believe. And even right now, I still see people with masks on. It's
dude, I didn't want to give it credit, but that ridiculousness is also why I wanted to do the podcasting.
Yeah.
I saw society going down the drain.
Down the drain. It's like, what the fuck
Jesus
are we doing,
Christ.
guys? I'm watching you hug your grandma with a trash bag on, on your head.
Through
FaceTime, bro. Yeah. I'm watching dudes drive with a fucking surgical mask on in their car.
You know what was funny thing that I saw happen a lot was people doing the drive-by waves.
Oh, yeah.
Or like on someone's birthday. There was like the drive-through birthday where they just like,
dude, you were talking about that the other day. You were like, man, most of these fucking clips are fucking fake.
Yeah.
It's like the gender reveals, all this shit.
It's set up.
It's all fucking set up. My girlfriend did this to me. It's all set up. What the fuck is going on with that, bro? Is it getting to that point to where you have to lie that much? And it's almost getting to where like you're seeing it blatantly. I know this is set up.
Yeah.
Just to get fucking clicks.
That's it. Yeah. And to some people's like defense on that, if they're doing it, and I'm honestly defending it because it's me, if they're doing it for like their business, like they need the attention so they can start making some dollars, do what you need to do. But it's the people that aren't social media people. They don't post all the time like you need to, and they'll set up all this stuff to get that one video that they hope goes viral, you know?
Yeah.
And I think there's so many of that that it saturates the fuck out of everything else.
Yeah.
And that's where you get people like not attracted to social media at points, you know?
Yeah, I'm not big on some of the shit that I see on there, man. It's kinda, some weird stuff, dude. Just weird content, man.
Right.
But it's getting millions of views.
Yeah.
That's the bad part, man. And I don't know, this whole TikTok brain rot generation, dog.
Dude. Bad.
And don't get me wrong, I scroll on shit too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
it's for us
scroll on
adults
shit.
too.
But some of this stuff, it's like I just gotta like back away, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about here? Like, I don't know. But yeah, dude, COVID was wild, man. I didn't understand. Even during that time, I was just like, what is everybody doing, man?
Yeah.
Like over something so small, it was insane, dude. Huge test, I think, in my eyes, to like,
for sure,
how far can we push?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we can push pretty far. We didn't think we could go that far.
There's gonna be pushback next time that happens, though.
You think so?
For sure.
I think a lot of people talk, but no one does.
No, because so, in my opinion, I think people aren't dumb as people say. Because
like people, yeah, but there's
because
some, there's outliers.
There's been so much. What's the word when they take it back? Like take back what they said. Anyways, there's been so much of that, like people taking back what they said when it comes to the professional people, like the what do you call it?
Like the Don
World
Lemons
Health Organizations, the
yeah.
CNNs, all these people that were
news
saying
anchors,
certain narratives to like keep us locked in our houses, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's coming out that a lot of stuff wasn't as extreme as they made it out to be. They were counting deaths as COVID, that they were literally on their deathbed and happened to be positive for COVID.
Yeah, or car crashes.
Happened to be positive for COVID.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like all that
throwing people on respirators just because they got a certain amount of money.
Yeah,
on that shit. Yeah.
I think people will see through it the next time, because that was the first thing that's happened in our generation. You know.
Yeah.
Like we haven't had anything crazy like that seems so manufactured too. And some people seen it, but most of people just fell right in line. And I think that's gonna like even out in civil wars.
It's gonna even out. Dude, wasn't it weird though, bro? Did some of the people you thought were like not gonna go that route and they did?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, some people like that I know personally really let me down. I was just like,
sure.
I thought you were a tough guy. You know, like what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like you're over here telling me I'm gonna kill someone's grandma because I won't wear this surgical mask that has like 60 something openings throughout the whole mask.
Just because they're diabetic.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, bro.
Oh like, my gosh, I had so much of that. Like,
you put a mask on, bro. What the fuck? And then at that, it's like put a real mask on. Go get fitted for a 3M respirator, dog, if you want to be safe.
I was a wild boy in that time. Like I was like, fuck all that noise. I'm not wearing no mask.
Yeah, I was doing that too, bro. But there was those mask Nazis, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I would just be like, I probably a couple times acted like I didn't know English.
No, yeah, you use that one.
Yeah. No, but it's just I even had a kid during that time.
Oh yeah.
And I took her out everywhere unmasked. I was like, nah, it's herd immunity or whatever.
Well, it was weird how the kids didn't have to be masked, but the adults did. I didn't understand that part.
Bro.
It's like, if it's a deadly virus, that we should probably all be masked.
Doesn't. And even like during that time when they were still going to school with the kids, if I had a kid that was school age, I would not let them go at all.
Oh,
I'd be like, you're not about to. That's like, that looked like Nazi stuff. Dude.
It was, dude, and you felt so powerless, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, the shit that I wanted to fucking do, bro. I was just like, oh, Gabriel, chill out. You're gonna end up finding a fucking a glass wall, bro. Because you know, it to hear your kids say how they're separating us on recess. And like you got to be in like
bubbles,
fucking weird pockets over there, you know, like as if that air is not going to come down to the next person
so
that they're breathing in. And then she used to tell me she always had a teacher, which I wish I knew. I'm going to ask her if she's still there. Actually, well, this is a long time ago. She's almost in high school now, but there was a lady teacher that used to be like, put your mask on, like one of those people, like put it above your nose and all that stuff. Because I used to tell her, I was like, dude, if you want to fucking chin strap it, go for it. Yeah, you want to chin strap it, go for it.
Yeah.
I was like, don't leave that fucking thing on. I don't care what they say. I was like, if they tell you to put that fucking mask on, tell them to call your dad.
Yeah.
Tell them to send you home. I'll go leave work. I'll go pick you up.
Yeah.
And I didn't want her to have to be, and she didn't at home. She didn't want to be home because she was there There was a point where they made everybody stay out of school for, what was it? Almost a whole school year, I think.
Dang.
Yeah, and so she was here by herself, bored, probably depressed because you're a kid, man.
And they say you can't go out the house that much. You can't go to certain places.
Right. And it's just, I don't know, man. They really dropped the ball on that when they were thinking about everybody else. They should have just left it up to everybody. Hey, you want to wear a fucking mask? Go for it.
But like you said, that was a test run. They needed to see how well people fell in line.
I know. What's next? What do you think?
I don't know, man.
Think something big?
Yeah, I want to believe after the New Jersey stuff.
The drones.
Yeah, I want to believe that they're gonna do that Project Bluebeam stuff.
That's what Eddie's been preaching about. Eddie Bravo. He preached about that forever.
See, but it's so many crazy people like Eddie Bravo that talk about it.
But look at how it's kind of falling in line. Look at all these fucking drones. And he literally said that they're going to make as if artificial or aliens are real, but it's literally going to be
holograms.
Stuff. Military faking all of it in order to create a one world government.
Yeah.
But
no, and apparently that's like a open source CIA document that you could look at.
Yeah.
I haven't looked.
I have a Reddit page that I send out to people because they'll be there's always that guy or girl that's like, you guys believe in conspiracies, you're fucking crazy. And then I'll send them the Reddit document of like all the conspiracies that have been proven in a sense, not necessarily proven, but they've been admitted to,
like Epstein.
Yeah, so like they won't release because they always wait like 60 years, 70 years before they'll release anything.
Even JFK stuff.
We're still waiting on that shit. Yeah, and everybody knows it was fucking not, the story's not real. What they were telling us. So it was more of along that lines. It's like it's real, but evidence hasn't come out yet. But it's been admitted by a lot of political figures, or there's been whistleblowers on it, and it's like fucking hundreds of operations.
And like to the Project Bluebeam stuff, someone on freaking Trump's team on the news said this is the start of Project Bluebeam, like verbatim.
Really?
Yeah, and obviously like that gets taken and clipped out to be like, oh, extremist conspiracy theories,
Yeah, because now conspiracy guys are right-wing extremists.
Bro.
That shit pisses me off, bro. And it pissed me off coming from a libertarian side of it. It's like all the shit that they're doing right now, talking about ending the feds and giving taxes back to the people. That's all libertarian fucking views, mindsets, man.
Yeah.
Like, and now I'm getting called a right-wing extremist. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm centered as anybody can be.
No, they are the creators and masters of gaslighting.
Yeah,
that's it. They want you to believe what they believe so badly that they'll regurgitate it until.
Oh, you're talking about the left?
Everybody believes it.
Yeah,
whoever, right side.
Yeah,
they do.
They both do it. They both have propaganda, but dude, it's just weird. Even I watched Charlemagne the God on The View.
He seems like a plant sometimes, bro.
Oh, you think? CIA plant?
No, like on The View, I know what you're talking about.
You watched that video with Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah,
dude, that lady is fucking insane, bro. What's wrong with that girl, dude?
All of them are crazy.
She's tripping, man, and she's always getting so angry all the time. Chill the fuck out, dude.
Yeah,
like, just because you're mad about something doesn't make it right.
You think that's in her notes though? Like
to be the mad old lady on The View?
To be aggressive?
I get probably. We got to get aggressive like the conservatives.
Because she's an actor.
She is an actor. So
they get notes.
Hey, and I like Sister Act. That's a classic, dude. I grew up on that shit, man. Classic. But you need to go back to that because the shit she talks about doesn't make sense.
Patrick Swayze Ghost? Is that what
was she on there? I haven't seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But Charlemagne was on there, and he was talking about how like Democrats are always trying to hold this higher moral ground, which I know what he's talking about. They like to be real clickbaity off of race and gender and all this shit to get people all riled up and going like, oh, they're not treating you good enough because you're this color or you're this gender or you identify as this or whatever it is. They're trying to make it seem like as if you're a victim in everything. And it's like, shut the fuck up. No one's a victim. Like, it's 2024. We're past that now. Let's not keep living behind that. Is there going to be assholes? For sure, dude. Unfortunately, some of those assholes own businesses.
Right.
Let's just not fuck with them then. You know what I mean? Let them go do their own thing. Let's start our own shit over here. So I think that's what he meant on that, is that they're playing off the heartstrings of people and not...
He does the same shit.
He does. He does, yeah.
In a different presentation.
Which is kind of funny, yeah, because the amount of fucking, the amount of jokes he speaks on race, especially towards white people, which is crazy. I mean, calls them cracker ass crackers every time on the fucking, what is it, the Breakfast Club?
Breakfast Club, yeah.
I always just think it is humorous, but I kind of find it funny because I'm like, what if the roles were reversed?
Yeah.
You know, definitely would probably take offense, but I think he's been changing a little bit. I haven't seen any of his shows lately. Yeah. I used to listen to them, but he would just, like, 4 or 5 years ago, he was like deep off of the end.
Bro, he was disrespectful.
Disrespectful,
and to the point,
which is probably in his notes as well.
Like, probably.
Yeah.
And that's the fucked up part.
I mean, look at the Birdman incident.
Like, what we do here, I know it's a lot local, like, a lot more local. It's not mainstream, but, like, we never, ever go in with like, oh, we're gonna fucking press someone on this thing.
We're gonna make them look stupid.
Yeah, and we're gonna get them to break. You know, we're gonna get them to freak out on us or get mad at us or any of that. That's like, that is the most dumbest thing. Like, I would never go back to an interview like that. You know?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
I don't know.
I don't even know how they get people to sign up for that.
Because the platform.
The views.
Yeah, the views. If they're getting, you know.
But yeah, then they started arguing. Then all of a sudden he got up and gave her a kiss on the cheek. And it was just, it's so cringy, bro. Yeah. So Hunger Games style type shit. So weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, and I agree with you, man. Locally, like how we're doing our stuff. I mean, it's not like I wouldn't ask you a question if I didn't agree with something. Right. You know, we would go back and forth. Yeah. I've had those interactions with the people that have came on the show where I've been like, are you sure about that? Like, what about this? I heard this. Or what do you think about it this way? But yeah, there's no reason to fight unless they're bringing that energy.
But see, it's about, exactly. It's about the energy and tone that's being given, you know?
Yeah.
And like, if you go at it with a disrespectful light, it's, you know, it's going to cause problems.
Yeah, it is. That, and I don't like to do it because I'm in my own home. So it's like, I'm not trying to have a full on fight here in the middle of my basement.
No, for sure.
Or disgruntled. That is a big reason why I would like to get into a studio.
So you can throw some hands, or
no, not throw hands, but just so that I can have like a more
unfiltered opinion.
No, I have an unfiltered opinion. It's more of because I'm not saying anything I wouldn't say in a studio, but I would like to bring on more possibly sketchy guests.
Oh, okay,
you know what I mean? Like, you know, and I'm not saying that my address can't be found. Surely it can, but I just would prefer having that energy out of my home and in a place of neutral ground.
Yeah.
So
no, I understand that.
I mean, guys used to have a studio, so you guys know how.
I had a guest bring a homeless guy in my house.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, fuck.
So yeah,
that's a ballsy move. Bro.
I recommend not using your home for podcasting.
Who the fuck brought a homeless guy?
It was a person from a homeless nonprofit organization. Okay. Yeah.
So he wasn't. It's not like he just picked up old Larry off the corner.
He might have been. Who knows? She might have seen someone on the corner. And
he made up a whole story, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and that podcast was not a good one either. It was crazy.
Yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose on them.
Yeah.
You know, there's somebody out there that'll listen to it that doesn't mind it. But let me take a quick bathroom break real quick.
For sure.
There's not much out there in Kansas. I fucking hate that drive. Like when you're going to Colorado.
Colorado's drive sucks.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Fucking all those red lights out there at nighttime, dude. That shit's freaky, bro. I went to Colorado. We're back. I went to Colorado. What was it? 2018 or 2017? Yeah, 2018, 2017. And for some reason, I just didn't think about like all the windmills out there. Mm-hmm. Like I had known they were building them, but to see them,
giant.
Holy fuck, dude. Giant, and how there's a fuck ton out there, dude. Like there's so many of them. You good?
Oh, God, yeah. That last one just went back.
No, you're good. But yeah, dude, it's like the sea of red fucking lights, man. That shit was eerie.
A lot of them are decommissioned too.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
And then it costs so much to fix them. Mm-hmm. So they're just sitting there.
Costs more energy than it makes.
Yeah, dude. Where did I go? I think I went to some like Aventura concert down in like Oklahoma, I think, or some shit. Wherever they came this year. And driving down there were so many windmills, bro, that were just fucking sitting.
Rusted.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, bro? All that money for nothing, too. Like, how much did that really help, I wonder?
You would think with how advanced the government probably is, like behind closed doors, that they would allow some sort of free energy source that they already have out there.
Yeah, they're not giving out anything free. If anything, they want to consume more and take more.
That's the bullshit part about the capitalistic society.
Yeah. Because I know capitalism's a good thing. I believe it's just there's some.
It should be goods and services, nothing more.
Yeah, there's some definitely backlash to capitalism for sure, like more greedy capitalist minds.
Yeah,
there was this one thing that this guy, he called it compassionate capitalism or something like that. I thought that was kind of cool. Like to where like you make a profit, but it's not like a huge like trying to be like the next Steve Jobs type profit, because that's what everybody's doing nowadays. Like I even see it as low as like, you know, like just normal everyday like people opening up small businesses. It's like they're trying to reap as much reward off as they can,
right? So
their prices are ridiculous and they're paying their employees not that great, you know. So there's definitely a balance to it,
right?
But yeah, the government, anytime they deal with business, they should stay the fuck out of business. They're the worst business business people I've ever seen in my life.
I just think utilities should be free.
You think so?
Yeah.
Utilities?
Like all the necessities of life that we need, like
it should be funded by our taxpayer dollars. Yeah.
At least, yeah. At least
pay enough of it.
But I'm telling you, there is 100% technology that allows us to have vast amounts of energy for very little cost.
Yeah, I mean, Nikola Tesla has talked about that.
Yeah.
You know, there's been other, you know, renderings of like projects that people have done in the past that have helped. Like even that one guy, remember that guy had the hydrogen car and got fucking murked?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's
a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
But see, that's what capitalism does.
Yeah, they were like, he committed suicide. He shot himself twice in the head. It's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Dude, that bullshit, fucking Boeing guy, dude, he got fucking murked too in his truck.
Yeah.
I would never commit suicide. I want that documented.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. I want that documented if anybody comes after us for free speech.
Right. I can't wait till I get some money because I'm going to go after. I'm going to go after those people, yeah. Because, man, I really feel like we're just always pitted against each other. We're always fed stuff to consume and a bunch of bullshit. You know, like I really believe one day that maybe not in my lifetime or our kids' lifetime, but after that there could really be a society of people working together and not against each other. You know?
But how do you create that, man? There's so many different ideas and
we got so many brilliant minds in the US alone that if they really wanted to, like they really wanted what was best for people in general, not just even the US, like everybody.
Not just for the dollar.
Yeah, not just for the dollar. Like if they really wanted to, they could get the most brilliant minds together to think something up that will work, you know?
Yeah. I just think we're just so used to how life is right now. There's really nothing much. It's hard to break that machine. Yeah. And that's really what it is. Just a machine that keeps running. This
is slowly being broken already though.
It is. I do believe that. But the scary thought is what goes in its place. Hopefully something more positive. I feel like I know with all the negative that we see now because of our phones and the 24-hour news cycle and with the phones being the quick access to all this information, the clickbaity stuff is all the doom and gloom stuff. But I feel like there's definitely been a huge positive swing as well. Like health and fitness stuff has been a lot more popular than I've ever seen it. Yeah. The whole taking care of your health and eating right and your mental, space and being, more, having more of a healthy mindset on things, ways to be able to achieve those. I mean, you go on YouTube and you can literally find all this stuff and how to, like when before you had to pay somebody for that. So with that swing of things, I feel like that we're headed in the right direction. I'm optimistic about it. But
so what do you, not to gripe on the bad, but what do you think is lacking right now in society?
What do I think is lacking right now?
Yeah. What's one thing's lacking that you think could make things a little better?
I think participation. I mean, a lot of people there's still a lot of people that don't want to participate in that movement of better health, better mindset, being a better parent, being a better person. People just think they are something that they're not. I mean, we see it all the time with guys who think they can fight. Like, I see red, dog. I'm a beast when I see red. Like, you gonna see red.
White too.
Yeah, you gonna see red. All right, it's gonna be your own blood running down your face. But it's that type of mindset that I don't need to grow. I don't need to do anything.
Some people are complacent.
Or complacency. Like, and that's kind of a hard one because, like, that's almost taught from when you're little up. I mean, you know, even in the schools and stuff like that, man. And I think human beings, we're naturally going to gravitate towards the easiest route. That's what we want. We don't want to have to face hardships, but you don't grow. You don't change if you're stuck there.
Right.
And that's the problem. So I would say complacency is a big one. The unrealistic mindset on who you are. A lot of people don't take the time to look at themselves in the mirror and go, who am I really in front of people? Because I think I'm this way, but is that really who I am? Like, you need a good, like, a friend or partner or somebody
check your ego.
To check your fucking ego. That's a big one.
I
dealt with that a lot.
People need to kind of put in their mind that, like, they're no one special, but they could do some special shit, you know? If they want to feed their ego, do it through actions, you know?
Yeah, even people that are far gone, man. Like, if you're the fucking biggest asshole out of them all, I still wish you change, because if I want you to continue staying an asshole, I'm like, fuck that guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's never gonna fucking change. Like, I hope you fucking say, like, I don't want that for you, man. I want you to change. I want you. Well, depends. There's probably a couple people on the list I don't give two fucks about. But the majority of people who are just, I know them as like, okay, that dude's a fucking asshole all the time. Like, I hope that they find their way and they become more of a positive figure, because they're affecting probably a handful of people around them who are ultimately going to go down their, you know, follow their path. You know, like, he probably has a son that's going to grow up to be an asshole, or hopefully goes the opposite way. But yeah, that's all. Just continued growth in an individual. I think that's something that I wish I'd see. I wish I could see more in people, just taking better care of themselves and being a good member of their community, which you know, it's hard to find, man.
Cool thing is I have so many people around me that I've always had at least a few people that have the good mindset of wanting to grow or be better, or you know, call out their own faults and try to correct them. So it's been. And I'm sure you've caught yourself in that. For sure.
You know, like time. I have. You know, I've been a fucking asshole, man. And it's like, when you get that humble sit down and talk, and your friends tell you, hey, man, you're fucking depressing, bro. I don't want to be around that shit. The first thing is you're offended. But then if you go and you sit on it for a while, you're like, yeah, they're kind of right, man. Like, you just go blind to it. You don't. I mean, you don't see it. It's like in relationships, bro. Like, you know, you'll act a certain way for a while, and you'll just be like, oh, she's nagging, but she might be fucking telling you something you don't see.
You gotta look in the mirror sometimes.
Yeah, or vice versa. So yeah, it just depends, man. You know, but I hope to see everything going the opposite route here over the next 10 years. I know everyone's freaked out about you know, everything that's going on in the politics and blah blah blah.
The wars.
Yeah, wars and all that shit. Dude, hopefully, man, we don't go to war. I don't know if we were on camera when we were talking about that, but that video I had seen on TikTok, they're getting lobster and steaks, bro.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Let's hope not, but
let's hope not.
Tensions are high.
Dude, I went down a rabbit hole of nuclear bomb scenarios. Oh, bro. I hope that nuke lands on my house, because I don't want to live like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, there's that whole, like, bomb shelter shit. Like, oh, yeah, you have to just go live down there for 5 years.
But I heard if the nukes are hydrogen, that it's not like that. And apparently most of them, the newer ones, are all hydrogen-based bombs. Really? And that it's not going to affect the atmosphere the same way like a nuclear whatever they use.
Oh, really? Yeah, but it would still probably affect that area.
Oh, it's destroyed. Yeah, they level. You can't go it's going to get leveled for sure. Dude. So really, you want to be on the outskirts, not direct impact.
Right. I know. Where do you think they would attack? I feel like fucking middle of the map.
That's what scares me. Because, like, it makes sense strategically. Like,
especially if they release one that, you know, all the shit goes into the air and then it spreads out to all the other states.
We got people all around our borders. So, like, if they did do it to the middle of the map, it'd be like we have nowhere to retreat to.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
But at the same time, they're going to more than likely try to hit the major cities.
A densely populated area. Like a New York, or LA or some shit. Or I don't know. Kansas City's popping up on the map.
I know. Too much. We need to stay
Stop
under
winning
the radar.
fucking Super Bowls, man. Shit.
Yeah, no, I hope none of that shit happens, but it does. And, you know, I kind of don't like that it scares me because I feel like that's what they want to happen, like to put fear in us about that stuff. But it seems like it could happen.
I think it could. I mean, why not? You know, and what scares me is that quote where it's like World War III would be fought with nukes and World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones, man. Oh,
yeah, man.
Fuck, dude.
We'll still have guns for sure. The guns aren't gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, that's true. I don't fucking everything gets blown to pieces and nobody knows how to make ammo. After a while, you're going to be holding a stick.
Yeah. So unless they hit every square mile of the U.S., like impact radius and all that.
Hey, I might thrive in the stick game,
some people will
bro.
be good. Some people will live. Some people will.
I used to find some mean-ass sticks back in the day, dude. You ever when you were a kid and you'd be sharpening sticks and stuff like that, and making spears and stuff?
I had a staff when I was a kid. I was a nerd little.
Or the gun,
the
gun sticks, bro.
Hell yeah.
I might be all right.
Man.
But I just don't know if I would want to live like that, dog. Like, you know, can't come out the ground for a fucking certain amount of time.
Yeah.
And shit.
No, that would be shitty.
And dude, in that documentary, they had like, man, I can't remember what each one was called, but there's like a bunch of different ones. So they have them in submarines. Then they have them in stealth bombers. They have them in the ground. And I think they have another one too. I can't remember.
Talking about nukes?
Yeah, that's how they hold them.
The silos?
They have some that they have in the ground. Like those things are like fucking 140 fucking feet long.
Mm-hmm.
I thought a nuke was like a fucking bomb, bro. Some of them are like 4 stories high, man.
Yeah.
And it's funny because they were showing nukes from other countries. So it's like United States, and it was like, I don't know, as tall as this. And then it was like Russia, boom. And then this fucking nuke is like double our size. And then China's like, let me come in here. And it's even bigger. I'm like, this is like a dick sizing competition between countries.
That's literally all it is. That was the best analogy.
Yeah, it's funny as fuck.
Do you see Russia? They basically challenged the U.S. and some other people.
Oh, really?
They said they had a nuke that no missile defense system could stop.
So when I was going down that rabbit hole, that's what I was thinking. I was like, surely America has some type of Iron Dome type thing like Israel has. Yeah. We'll just shoot that bitch out of the sky before it even makes it. Now it sucks whoever's underneath that shit.
Right,
but yeah, dude, that's fuck.
Yeah. So he basically was like,
surely they probably have that technology.
He straight challenged them. He said, U.S. put all of your best missile defense systems in Kyiv or whatever it's called. And he's like, and we'll let off our missile and you can tell us if you guys like want the smoke, basically, is what he said. It's pretty crazy, dude. So like tensions are high.
Yeah, no,
they're rising. But they have been for a minute now. So
that's dude, that's too much, bro. Because like if you're going that far with it, man, talking about like, you know, we'll fucking clap back if you guys like, okay, y'all, hey, let's settle down. Can we sit down and have a meeting about this? Like, man. There's millions of other people that don't want you two to go down this route, man. And but that, and then we're over here fucking supporting the bombings and stuff like that, the Ukraine shit, and
paying for it.
And they said it too. Russia was like, whoever fucking is supporting this shit right now and selling these fucking weapons, like, we're gonna come after you too, dog.
It's up.
And now whether or not we're right or wrong, that's a whole nother fucking story. A lot of the times there is no right and wrong in this scenario. It's just shit that can be prevented, and politics. I don't know why we keep fucking doing it.
It's just politics.
But yeah, man, I mean, somebody's going to get itchy on that fucking button pushing finger, man. And that's what worries me, dog. I mean, could you imagine, like, let's say we do survive, dog. Have you ever seen the movie The Road? Okay, watch tonight. When you go back with your family, watch that movie, bro. Because that movie scared the shit out of me. and I don't even think it was a nuke. I think it was a volcano that erupted. And the actors, that dude from Lord of the Rings, I can't remember what his fucking name was, the main character, dude with the sword. You know what I'm talking about, though. You can see him, long hair. Yeah,
it's not Gandalf, is it?
No, not Gandalf. The dude that was the warrior in it. He was like the dude with the sword. I don't remember what his name was, but main character. He was one of the main characters. He wasn't the elf. He wasn't the little hobbit dude or the dude with the axe. He was the main.
I forgot.
The main fucking alpha dude in the whole group. But he was in it, and he was with his son, and he had a wife. Okay. Now they do a lot of which I like, when they like in the moment and then they go back to like a memory and they'll bounce back and forth throughout the movie. So like when it first happened, him and his wife were pregnant. She has the baby during this apocalypse time. He survives. They show all throughout the years him growing up. Well, bro, the wife gets so miserable, like of living in those ways.
Yeah.
You know, there's ash everywhere. Everything's dying. They barely have any food. She just like, it's like a winter, like I don't know if it'd be called a nuclear winter or whatever happened. Like
like
when
the ash
sun
cloud.
gets, gets blocked out. And bro, she just looks at him and she's like, I'm done. I can't continue to live like this. And walks outside just with no gear on, no nothing, just to die.
She just dies.
Yeah, she just dies out there. You never know really what happens. She freezes to death probably.
She's silly. I'd off myself if I got to that point, you know?
Dude, talk about real Hollywood on
Yeah,
ways to die, bro.
No,
like, who the fuck's doing
They're being
that?
dramatic.
Yeah, way too dramatic.
She didn't die for 17 days.
Yeah.
She died a slow death. That's crazy.
Bro, the most grueling death. She got fucking ate by a bear ass first.
God,
yeah.
That's terrible. Yeah.
Dude, but yeah, it really opens up your perspective. You're like, oh, dude, like that would be so horrible. And then there's cannibalism everywhere.
Yeah.
So they're traveling around together, and homie keeps a gun on him, and he only has one bullet left at this time. Yeah, one bullet.
Hey, prepare.
It's been so long. It's been like 10 years or some shit. You know, they're older.
Went through some rounds.
And then he stayed in one spot for so long. So, and then think about after that amount of time on such a devastating event that occurred, that what if there's only a handful of gun manufacturers, you know, like people gunsmiths who are still alive.
Right.
You know, think about how rare things, soap, fucking deodorant, like these things that we're so used to, all of a sudden when the population's cut down drastically like that, how do you know anybody's going to continue to make that? And now it's Mad Max times.
That's true.
And dude, I'm telling you, like he left that bullet for his son. So he said if he ever got caught, I'm going to shoot my son so he doesn't have to go through that. Because what they were doing, bro, they were kidnapping people off the streets. Like they would find these people looking for refuge, and they would take them, and then they would cut their body parts off. But then, what's that shit called when they cauterize it with when they burn it so they don't bleed out? And they keep them alive in the basement. Like that's how fucking detailed they got.
That's crazy.
What they think would happen
after cutting their limbs off.
Yeah, so they cut your. So they got one time they got captured. Dang. They went down in the basement, and there was people down there just huddled together, but they were missing arms and legs and feet and shit.
What's the point of fucking cutting it?
They eat them.
Well, keeping them alive.
So that way they can still have, like, because they didn't need all the meat.
Yeah,
so
keep it fresh there.
Because they're like, if I kill them, you got to eat, because there was no way to store the food unless they stored it.
Freezer.
Yeah, somewhere cold, but there was no electricity in some places.
Yeah, that's sick shit.
Bro, they got fucking, like, so when I seen that, I was like, oh, damn, I'm over here thinking that I'm just going to be living in the woods, kicking it, not having to work anymore, just raising livestock. But nah, dude, like, it's almost like that Walking Dead shit. It wasn't the zombies that were scary.
We got
the
kids
people.
too, so it's like, yeah, that shit would be tough, bro. It'd be very tough.
Yeah, but I think about that shit, dude, and it could fucking happen, bro. I mean, dude, you go down YouTube videos of just human beings, mankind.
Yeah.
And see how many fucking wars and villages were getting raped and pillaged and like all sorts of shit, bro. We've had it so good for so long.
Bro.
like the reality of us being able to think about a Viking like boating up to your like rowing up to your shore, bro, and fucking you up and like it's
Taking
unimaginable, bro. You know, like
Yeah.
some of the stories I see like during the medieval times of the Black Plague and where people were losing like children and you know, you were just fucking losing your wife or your husband and oh dude, it's
So
just,
you think
it's wild.
people are just sick bastards deep down, and that when push comes to shove like that, that a lot of people are gonna be sick bastards.
No, I do think that. I think that you're more capable than what you think you are in a
For sure.
dire situation
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
starving
Yeah.
or your kids need some food.
Yeah,
You'll do some sick shit probably.
probably.
I think anybody. I think everybody wants to think they'd be real moral about stuff, but if you put yourself in a scenario of there's no more laws, there's no more enforcing them, there's no repercussions to your actions, and all you're worried about is you've got a fucking 5-year-old and a 10-year-old or whatever, and they're looking at you and you can see the ribs on their fucking in their skin, through their skin. I think you'd do some fucking probably not so noble shit. Yeah. I mean, put yourself in that scenario, bro. I'm going to be honest.
Hopefully
I'm
we
gonna
don't
do
ever
whatever.
have to fucking get in that scenario.
Yeah, I'm going to do whatever for those girls. You know what I mean? Like, I got to.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah,
makes sense.
and then you would do the same shit. And that's a sad fact of it is that, like, we're two good individuals, but in a situation like that, it's like war.
Yeah.
What's right and what's wrong.
You got to do some shit.
Yeah, you got to do some fucked up shit, bro. Like, even those people, I was listening to, I think it was Rogan or Sean Ryan, and just hearing some of the Navy SEAL stories or like special forces guys, man. Like,
they love that shit.
They love that shit, bro.
That stuff's crazy.
And some of them are off the walls, dude.
Yeah,
like,
the way they talk
they don't
about
look like they're fucking all right. Like if they didn't have that job, they probably would have fucking murdered somebody out in the street, you know, like for fun or
man.
It's pretty wild, dude. But yeah, man. So, are you checking out my salts, dude?
Is this smelling salt?
Yeah, you want to try it?
Yeah,
try it.
I've never tried it. Here, wait, you try it first. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, you got to shake it up
I know.
a little bit.
I've seen this on Joe Rogan. I've always wanted to try it.
I know, dude. I wish I had a Jamie. I'd cue the techno music
I know,
right now.
right. No, fuck that.
All right.
Oh, God. Is it that bad?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, let me rip. Do I need to take a drink?
I only went up one nostril, too. I can't imagine what I'm both. That's good shit. Hey, it'll wake you up, though. I was getting a little too high. Yeah, get up in there.
Jesus Christ.
I don't think you got a good sniff, bro.
I
Are
did
you
a
sure?
baby one. I felt I felt
you got to
what
dive
was
back in there,
happen.
bro.
No, I felt what was about to happen, and I pulled back.
Imagine when they're fresh, dude.
No, let me explain what I just felt. So you know when you're in the water in a pool, and you go down not plugging your nose, and you get a quick shot going up.
Yeah.
That's what that was about to feel like, and I pulled back.
That burning sensation. Ugh.
That's wild. That's wild. I didn't expect that.
It opens you up though, doesn't it?
A little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, it's kind of an older bottle.
Well, no, it was more of like surprise feeling for me.
Yeah, it's like ammonia.
Yeah.
Like I had Tyler on. He was like, "I've smelled cat piss before, dog. I don't need to fucking smell this. All right, I know what it smells like."
Oh, good. No, that's different.
Oh man. All right, yeah, but dude, what else you got, bro? What else you got going on, man?
Man, right now that's
Talk to
it.
me about the life of a producer.
Oh, it's boring as shit.
Boring as shit.
I thought about that the other day. I was like, man, I really want to be documenting everything that I'm doing, but it's so repetitive, and it's fun because I get to meet new people. Yeah. That's the fun part. And outside of that, like, I really fucking hate setting up production and all that shit. So
yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully in the future, though, you guys get another studio. That'd be nice.
Yeah. No. We got our eye on one right now. We're looking for an investment right now to,
Have you looked
to
at
get
the
some
bottoms?
shit going. No, I haven't.
There's a couple of spots me and Michael were talking about. There's some offices down there that pretty cheap, man, from what I heard.
And
that's a good location.
I've done the small office space before for a studio, and it really limits you.
Because the noise of the neighboring.
No, not even that. That we didn't give a fuck. We were pretty loud and at time.
No, but them being loud and picking up your audio.
No, none of that happened ever.
So
at least we never had to deal with it. Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah.
But no, like we've tried that, and we had 3 different studios in there, and even then we were limited on how much more we could do. That's why like we're doing right now the collaborating with businesses, and they're using their spaces. But the next time we get a space, I want to get some like fucking space. Like, like a 15,000 square feet plus size building. Yeah,
that'd be dope.
So we could do some really cool shit. You know.
Yeah, that'd be neat. 15,000. That's a big. That's like a fucking compound.
Bro. Yeah.
That'd be dope, dude.
Yeah. So that's the short term goal right now.
Hey man, it can happen, bro. You just got to keep grinding, man. You just got to keep going through the process and the motions. You know how it is. You've been doing it for so long now, and I mean, shit. The only one really doing what you're doing. Yeah. To be honest with you, I haven't seen anybody else.
I'm a real self-aware, conscious person, much like yourself, from what I'm picking up. Just the other day, I was talking to my lady about that. I was like, you know, not to fucking kiss my own ass or anything, but like, I really do feel like I'm the only one in the city doing what I'm doing. And I told her it's not a matter of nobody else could do what I'm doing. It's that I personally feel nobody would be willing to do what I'm doing. And keep in mind, I do it all for free.
Yeah.
This is all my own investment of time and resources and energy.
Yeah.
And same with my host, you know. So. No,
yeah, man. Doing that for that long, you know, not receiving a cent, and if anything, paying more of your own money, you know, to fund a lot of stuff. Yeah, it's got to be difficult, man. But I'm telling you, you stick with it, man, and don't let anybody else get in your ear about, you know, what they think, other than good criticism. Right, good criticism is good to take,
for sure.
But not the negative shit to where like, oh, you think you're actually going to do it?
Yeah.
Fuck all that noise.
Luckily, I haven't got much of that.
That's good. That's good, man. Because I know a lot of people think that you got to be somebody in order to make something. And no, you don't. Yeah. Like you just got to find a community of like-minded people like you that enjoy what you do and then let it grow from there. You know, somebody will tell somebody else and some people, you know, people will keep coming.
A ripple effect, man.
Yeah. So, so you already listed all the podcasts you got pretty much going on right now. Anything new in the works for the future wise, or?
There's some concepts that I want to try. Like I would like to do like a religious history show.
Oh, that'd be dope.
So like just the history of all religions, different. So each episode will be different concept, different time period, not different religion, different time period. And I think we could do a lot with it entertainment wise.
Are you going to have a religious person kind of run that, or are you going to keep it more of a
So
neutral?
Actually, I've already talked to him about it. We still need to sit down and like go over details and stuff. But I actually reached out to Mitch.
Oh yeah. He's coming on in January. We're going to do a religious episode.
We had him on deep dive. Voices of Value when we had that show.
Yeah.
And
you guys don't have that anymore?
No, he moved out to California. He's doing his own thing out there. Yeah. But he was a guest on there, and I was baffled by how well versed he was, how articulate he was, and he spoke fast as fuck.
Yeah, he did.
And like I was like, how can someone's brain just like fucking run that fast, bro? It's like a conveyor belt. Like it's crazy. And that captivated me out of him. And I was just like, you know, he would be a good person because it would be him talking to a camera directly with like shit in the background or shit that goes over, and he's doing voiceover shit.
Right.
So it's going to be really educational and informative. But when I told him about it, he was like, well, here, read my book on religion. I was like, oh, of course. I was like, fucking perfect.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of books out. He's got kids' books. He's got a religious book. He's got fitness, that book right there.
Health books, yeah. So him, I thought was like perfect for that concept. But that's one that I want to try. So.
Dude, perfect guy for it, dude.
Yeah.
Perfect guy.
I feel so.
We're doing an episode. I'm having my brother on. He's real deep into Catholicism right now. And he's a younger guy. 21, and then Mitch is coming on, I really like how he views religion, not so like stereotypical Christian.
Yeah.
He's kind of his own outlier on that. But yeah, we sat in his office one time on a Sunday, just me and him. We talked for 4 hours on religion. No mics, nothing, just in his office.
Yeah.
And he had a small whiteboard. And by the end of it, dude, I don't know how many times he had to erase it, but dude, he had so much shit on there. Like, because he's more of a visual, like, you know, he'll write everything out and have names and this arrow's going here and here. And like the way he explained to me, like the books and who they're about and what it all is about, and other religions too. Don't get him started on Muslims. Like, but yeah, I don't want that smoke, dude. He goes down, and he's so like I don't know. He's just cool about it, dude. Like being himself, man. That's what always worried me about him, is that like I don't want this to affect your business, but he's so like, this is who I am, though.
Yeah, man.
And if God has a plan for me, or like, you know, wherever my life needs to go, that's where it's gonna go. And I think helping him out. I hope he's receiving the rewards.
He's such an interesting person. It's hard to take anything he says as negative.
You're right.
You know,
right, yeah.
Like it always seems like it comes from a good place.
A good place, yeah. And he's helped so many people, dude. Right, I mean, he's helped me for free plenty of times. I've seen him do it for other people. Like, I hope that the universe rewards him back on all the things that he's been doing for people, because, you know, he deserves it, man. Yeah. He's a good dude.
For sure. There's not many human beings like him, dude.
Yeah, and he'll tell you he's not perfect, man. Yeah. You know, we're all not perfect. And
of course, it's
just cool to see someone kind of be true to themselves. And because, dude, religion can get, you know,
bro.
Yeah, that can bring up some fucking some controversy.
Yeah, but that's why I want to do it in the informative, educational way.
Yeah.
Rather than a conversation about it, I rather just like what we know, like the facts. Based on what we're told.
Look at everything objectively.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what we plan on doing. And I think we have a plan in mid-January. But I want to get his perspective. My brother's being so new to it. And sometimes when things are new, it's kind of like boxing or jiu-jitsu. It becomes your life when it's real new.
No, for sure.
And
consumes you.
Yeah. And then once you kind of go down about, 5 years or whatever in, you start to look at things and you're like, oh, I'm looking at that a little differently now.
Yeah.
So, but I want to keep his barely into this. Mitch has been for a while, and he's got so much knowledge behind it. And if he doesn't, he'll tell you. He'll fucking look it up right there and figure it out, Yeah. And then mine, more of the I've been in and out my whole life with it. I've had times where, it's really helped me through some things. I've even got religious tattoos and stuff like that, meanings from stuff I went through in my life. So I've seen the benefits from it, but I've also seen the negative side of it too. Yeah. The more conspiracy stuff, like history of religion and the bad that's came behind it, or
especially Catholicism.
Yeah, or like, but a lot of them do. They're just kind of weird and culty, where they just, priests are getting moved around, chomos and shit, and they're being protected, and some of the shit at the Vatican and the weird stuff they have going on there.
It's terrible.
So I don't know, man.
Sick shit, bro.
Yeah, and I'm not saying not saying the entire religion of Catholicism or Christianity or whatever it is, those people are that, or even Muslims. Like, there's been many things on the Quran and all the weird chomo stuff out of that, and I'm not saying those people who follow it believe in that, but it's just weird. It's just all weird. I just have questions.
It's just a bad taste when the leaders and like the people at the higher levels are putting up with certain things and letting things slide, and it's like that's when it can leave a bad taste in your mouth, because we can't do nothing about medieval times that happened. People paying their way into heaven and shit. Like, that's gone and went, and we're in a new time, but they allow too much sick shit.
Well, anytime there's organizations, there's always some weird corrupt shit. Look at fucking Biden right now. He's on a freaking pardoning spree.
Bro, like 200 almost, huh?
No, 1,500.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I swear to God, I seen 1,500 on an article. Yeah, he's going insane, bro. Releasing some pedos, releasing some chick who murked a bunch of dudes.
That's crazy. So what he's trying to do is probably
he's on the last hoorah,
pardoning a lot of people that shouldn't have been in jail. Like
that's what
minor drug offense. Yeah, that's the intention. But they're in between the lines. He's letting out some people that he probably wanted to.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be violent crimes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're releasing people that are doing those, and I don't know, dude. It's insane to me that even as president, you can do shit like that. Like, dude, don't get me wrong. I get it. That was your son. I'd probably do the same shit. Yeah, you know. But you shouldn't be able to. Like, there should be something where you shouldn't be able to do that. That's when the
nepotism should come into play, especially as president of the United States.
Yeah, you're supposed to hold the most highest fucking.
But you can pardon whoever.
I know, dude. You're supposed to be the face of like justice and freedom, and you're literally showing us the justice don't matter. Or like if you know somebody, the justice system's nothing. Yeah, it's a handshake and I got you next time type shit.
Right.
Yeah, we'll let your son off. I mean, that's crazy. If that would have been me or mine or your son, he would have been in jail,
bro. Prison, 25 years.
Prison.
Of life.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So it's wild, man.
Yeah, man. It's corrupt as shit out here, dude. Yeah, at every level too.
Hopefully it'll change though. Hopefully, with everything being exposed now and everything's pretty.
How do you feel about all that?
What? Too much out there?
No, the exposed stuff that happened with like celebrities and stuff.
Oh, I've seen like the P. Diddy stuff and Jay-Z and all that shit. I don't know. I mean,
we don't got to get into it. I just want to know like what do you think that's going to lead to?
Like which case?
If all anything, the Diddy stuff.
Oh, the Diddy stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I heard they got a lot of shit on him, dude. Yeah. I don't know. I've never seen anything like that
they
before.
Said they got
somebody
like
so high.
Thousands of hours of evidence.
Oh, my so it's like, God.
I don't know.
And, dude, at first, I thought it was just he was fucking grown man.
Yeah, no.
But no, there's like a bunch of minors involved now. I'm like, damn, now I feel bad for putting up those memes.
Man, yeah. That's the weird ones, too. Like, obviously, there was probably a lot of minors that had no fame or anything that they molested, but the JB one, the Justin Bieber.
You think that happened?
That apparently that they have videos, the FBI does.
Damn,
like,
bro. That's
fucked to see that, because, like, when I was growing up, all the girls revered him all the way from kindergarten to 12th grade, bro.
Right.
And it was like they put him on that pedestal, and it to us looking in from the outside is he had the life, you know, but he was probably getting fucking molested at an early time in his career.
That's sad, bro.
Yeah, bro.
It happens to a lot of fucking child stars. Well, it happens to a lot of people in fucking general. Bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's, dude, you know what saddens my heart even more? It's usually by people who are closest to you. Dog.
Yeah.
A fucking uncle, a cousin, a fucking dad.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, man?
It's fucked up.
I don't get that shit. And then we put these people in prison for fucking what? Fucking 7-8 years, you know, and then let them out.
That should be like murder.
It should be fucking
or death penalty.
There should be a government a wood chipper, a government issued wood chipper, bro. Okay, a big one, and put that shit out in the back of the prison,
man,
and line them motherfuckers up and throw them in it.
There were some lawmakers talking about instating castration.
Oh yeah, but what? You still keeping them alive? You're wasting money. Castrate them and then throw them in the wood chipper.
Yeah. No, that's true.
That's a good. I mean, I ain't got no mercy for you, bro.
Yeah,
if you're doing some shit like that.
None at all. No. So whatever happens to them, it's whatever.
Go for it.
Yeah. Experiment. Fuck.
Experiment. Yeah, for all the experiments.
Yeah, no. There's a special place in
and
hell
I know,
for those fucks.
I know, you know, people probably think like, oh, those guys are fucked up, bro. Well, have someone molest your kid and let me know how you feel afterwards.
I'd be in prison after. Unless they let me off for crime of passion.
And that's the sad part, dude. Like, you ever seen those guys that go and fucking kill they'll walk in on someone molesting their child and they'll fucking kill them and then they're on trial?
That should be a thing. Like, honestly, the most ridiculous type of law that could happen. Imagine you make it a thing where if someone molests any of your kids or family members or whatever, that you got 72 hours to go kill them.
Oh, they just let you purge?
Yeah. Just because, like, bro, that is the all-time, like, worst fucking thing you can do.
Oh, it is. I'm looking up right now that guy. Remember that guy on the telephone? He
Yeah,
has a day.
I remember that.
What's his fucking name, dude? I used
was
to know his name.
at the payphone.
Yeah,
in the hall. Yeah,
savage, bro.
savage.
Fucking
Like a hitman too.
I didn't even see him when I watched.
No, I
was like, what the fuck?
respected
He
it
just popped out of nowhere.
I respected it a lot because there was authorities all around. You know, and he still was like, "Nah, fuck that. I'm
Still
getting
popped him, bro.
Getting him."
It was fucked up what they did to his son, dude. That fucking karate instructor.
Man.
Oh, dude, had him for a fucking minute, bro. And you could imagine why a fucking man would lose his mind like that. And fucking go and
that's part of the reason why I'm homeschooling my kid. I don't want any adult figure that isn't her family.
Yeah, I think homeschooling is not bad, bro. And as long as you just, I'm sure you got a big ass family. Would you say you have like 104 cousins or some shit? So she'll be all right on the social side.
Social side, she'll be fine. Yeah.
Jody Plausch, I think that's his name, or Gary Plausch. Airport slang of son's kidnapper, abuser.
Yeah.
Oh, they got a book now. That was in 1984, bro.
Man, it's crazy. The camera's quality that decent because that was pretty clear.
I know, bro. I need to get a T-shirt with that guy's face on it, dude.
Man.
That guy's a hero.
Yeah.
They have a day for him. I can't remember whatever day I think that happened. They made it the Gary Plausch Day. So I was like, oh, shit. Kind of sucks, though. I mean, nothing takes back what happened to your child, though.
Right.
He's revered as this hero, but he don't give two fucks. He's
not at all.
Nothing. Like this has to affect my son the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Because that shit doesn't go away, man. That's just like a disease, bro.
Yeah.
Once you get that shit, it's really hard to recover from it, man. A lot of years of therapy, it's possible.
Right.
But I've seen the effects on it a lot, man. It's like from people that I've known throughout the years.
That's a lot to deal with, bro. That's
a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
But not to end it on a doom and gloom, man.
Yeah, bro.
Fucking, we covered a lot today, man. I love sitting down with you, man. You're a good dude. Appreciate you coming on.
Same with you.
I wish you a ton of success, man. What you guys are doing, I see you guys pretty much being the fucking production company of podcasting here in Kansas City. Yeah. So, give it time, man, and it'll come, man. You got a following, so that's a good thing. Was there anything else you wanted to cover before we wrap this up?
No, man. Just make sure you guys go to No Solutions Productions and follow all the platforms we got on there. They're all linked. So
awesome, dude. Yeah. Awesome, man. Well, hey, I appreciate it, Esai.
You too, man. Thank you.